visit with Trent and Chris about the Timberlake Tigers and Medford Cardinals here on game night on a football Thursday night.
For all of your pharmacy needs, stop by your local Western Medical and Drug with locations in Woodward, Sealing, Vici, Buffalo, Moreland, Clinton, or Guyman. Our full-service pharmacies can take care of all of your prescriptions, and while you're there, take a look at the medical supplies and equipment. Western Drug has been serving northwestern Oklahoma for 25 years and has a professional staff offering quality service second to none. Call Western Drug today at 580-256-5586 for all of your pharmacy needs.
Hundreds of Oklahoma teenagers have no family, few options, and often nowhere to turn. But older kids need foster and adoptive families too. The Oklahoma Department of Human Services has hundreds of teenagers waiting, hoping that you'll decide to make a difference in their life. Call the Oklahoma Department of Human Services and become a foster or adoptive parent. You will forever change a child's life and your own.
You've made a big difference in my life. Thank you.
This is Brad Keselowski, driver number 2, Discount Tire Ford Mustang. Racing fans know that a quick pit stop to check the tires can give me the winning edge. The same is true for your car. Proper tire tread helps keep traction on the road in everyday driving. To check your tread, simply insert a penny, Lincoln's head first, into your tire grooves. If you can see all of Honest Abe's head, it's time to get your tires checked by a professional.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
This is Woodward Football on your home for the Boomers, News Talk Sports Z92. Now, with the call of tonight's game, here's Brock Campbell.
And good evening, everyone. Boomer Stadium, Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs on a Thursday night. We played on Saturday. We played on Thursday. There's a few other days we haven't played. I'm not going to say we want to play on those other days, but we had a short week here, Tyler. We got the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles in town, 2-4 on the year, 1-1 in the district, 0-5 are the Boomers, and 0-2 in the district. Can't say it enough, but this is a must-win ball game for the Boomers tonight.
No doubt about it. They've got to get after it, come out strong, come out fast. You know, it's going to be a tough road from here on out if you are to make the playoffs. Not only, there's kind of two paths. You could either just straight up win out, which would require you beating Carl Albert and Piedmont, which are some very tall tasks, or you win tonight, you beat Guyman, and then you get a lot of help. So either way, the road is very tough for the Boomers. They know that, though, and I think at this point, Coach Luchin, the message to the team for him is just, hey, keep looking forward, take it a day at a time, practice at a time, a week at a time, a game at a time. That's really what you have to do. No matter what goes down, we know this is a younger team. We've talked about that all season. So at the end of the day, you at least want to get better day in, day out.
The road is very tough, but it is also 2020. So who knows what's going to happen in this year. Anyways, but that's a little bit about the stage that we're going to have tonight. It's also military and first responders appreciation night tonight. The team's going to be wearing the red, white, and blue tops with the gold pants and the gold domes, and we also have the red, white, and blue W at midfield. So there's the setup for tonight. On the other side of the break, we're going to have Coach Luchin's pregame interview. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for summer break
because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a single father of 2 who works 3
part-time jobs and still can't put enough food on the table?
Or maybe a mother who cleans offices at night,
hoping to find meeting leftovers to take home to her hungry family.
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time landing
a job and getting back on his feet.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Bank Strong, and the Ad Council.
Vehicle accidents are stressful enough. You don't need someone showing up at the scene trying to pressure you into letting them tow away your vehicle. Call your roadside assistance provider or insurance company for towing company suggestions, or consult with police on the scene. And always have the price and terms in writing before you let them hook it up. If you suspect fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB or visit www.nicb.org. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
Sometimes kids play with pretend guns. It's up to us to make sure they don't play with real ones. Keep yours stored locked and unloaded. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to the Boomer Kickoff Show. And joining me right now, as he always does before each football game, is head coach Rick Luchin. And coach, obviously coming off that tough loss and costly loss against Guthrie, what is your pregame message going to be to the team tonight?
Well, one thing we talked about after the game on Saturday was we backed ourselves up into a corner now, and we're going to have to fight our way out of it. We don't have any freebies left on the table. We're going to have to try to win some ball games and give ourselves a chance to possibly still get in the playoffs.
Well, Coach, I want you to kind of talk about how good that cheap-to-cheap connection has been this season for the Boomers and how much of a weapon that really is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, anytime you get two brothers that are playing together, whether it's football, basketball, whatever the sport is, they tend to have that little bit of, where they're in sync with each other. And, that's definitely obvious with Sam and Max, and they've done a good job of taking advantage of it. It's been, like you said, a big weapon for us. We've got a couple other guys that, are good threats for us, too, as far as receivers go. We were able to get Mark back out on the field Saturday, and he'll continue to get better each week now after being out for half the season. So I think our passing game will continue to thrive a little bit. We've came up with some new things that we're going to try out a little bit tonight with Lawton, and we think they're going to fit well with what we have to work with. So we're excited to get out and play.
I know it's your baby. It's the offensive line. It's been one of the struggling points we've had this year. Why is the offensive line struggling so much this year?
Well, our big concern coming into this season was going to be depth up front, and that's kind of proved itself out. We just don't have the bodies up front. Most of those guys, or several of those guys, have been playing both ways, which tend to wear them down. I don't think the situation up front was really that bad Saturday. I thought we pass protected really well. We did have some issues with the snap, but that's not an O-line thing. I mean, that's just a snap that we got to get corrected, and getting Dawson out there at center and helped us there a little bit. Plus, it's going to give us the ability to use Hunter more on defense anyway, and maybe get Zane out a little bit on defense, so he's not going both ways all night. So our goal going into the game tonight is to play as few both ways as we can, and we feel like we've came up with a pretty good plan to be able to do that. By far, without question, the best that we've been all year as far as one-way guys, and that's going to allow our offensive line not to have to be on both sides of the football. They'll be able to come over on the sideline and tell us what they're seeing, and we're going to be able to work with that a little bit better. So, O-line's what it is. Like I said, they pass pro really well. We'd like to be able to run the football better, and, that's our goal each week, is to try to improve our run game a little bit, because we have to be able to run a little bit to keep it honest. But, I think their pass protection has been pretty well, and we've done a pretty good job with that.
Well, now let's talk about the Eagles. Lod Knight coming in as the opponent tonight, and Coach Eric Gibson, and another running team, but they will throw it a bit. Had a rough time tackling last week and facing some more physical runners this week. Talk about pursuing the football tonight and really getting the Eagles down at the point of contact rather than giving up that yards after contact tonight.
Yeah, that's something we got to do. We work on tackling every day in practice, and, hopefully as the season continues to move on, that improves, and it typically does throughout, year to year, and we're hoping by now week 7 that we're tackling better. We're tackling better in space, and we're not arm tackling as much. But these guys have a very good run game with an outstanding tailback that's going to be, a handful for us. Not the running quarterback that we've seen the last 2 weeks, so we get a little bit of relief from that. We're not getting both a great running back and a great quarterback that are running the ball, but they do throw the ball pretty well, and they have some good receivers. So defensively, we're going to have to, force them to throw the football a little bit more and try to defend that and take away some of their run game.
So having said all that, what are the keys to tonight's game and getting the first victory of the season?
Well, like I said, it's a huge game for us. We backed ourselves into a corner, so we need to come out. We need to win this game tonight and get ourselves back in shape where we're, vying for an opportunity to make it to the playoffs again this year, and that's our big goal. And, I think we had that ability to be able to pull that off. So we're going to have to put points on the board. These guys have been really good at scoring a lot of points. They scored points against Bishop McGuinness, and they've scored points in pretty much every game they've been in. So we're going to have to be able to score some points to be able to stay ahead of them. And defensively, we're just going to have to keep them from hitting the big hits, like we gave up a little bit on Saturday again by, letting the quarterback get 2 or 3 big long runs again. Those are too devastating. If they're driving it 15, 16 plays and punching one in, and they have to work hard for it, I can live with that. But when they hit it in 1 or 2 plays, that makes it difficult.
Well, Coach, my final question is in regards to this being Military Appreciation Night and also First Responders Night. Do you have a message to those folks tonight going into the ball game? I know you have a son that went to Army, but what kind of a message do you want to put out there for all the vets and the first responders tonight?
Absolutely. I'm always just in awe of all of those guys, whether it's military or first responders, the paramedics that come to our game, or the EMS and people like that, the firefighters, and obviously the police department. I have an older son that was in the police department for many years, and those guys are men and women. They're all heroes in my eyes, and to have the honor to be able to recognize them tonight and allow them to be part of the festivities and the game is just an opportunity for us to be proud of what we have here in Woodward.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it as always. We will attempt to talk to you at halftime. We had some issues last week, but we will talk to you at halftime.
Okay, sounds good.
And that was Coach Rick Luchin, the head coach of the Boomer football team. Keep it right here, because on the other side of the break, we're going to go behind enemy lines, and we're going to talk about the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles, coached by Eric Gibson. You're listening to the Boomer Kickoff Show, and this is Boomer Football on Z92.
In January of 2017, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
And within 24 hours of that diagnosis, we found ourselves here in Memphis at St. Jude. They knew what they were doing. They knew how they were going to treat her. They laid out this elaborate plan.
We didn't know what the future was, or if there even was a future. But with St. Jude, there was.
Not that long ago, the survival rate was 4%. 4%. But through the work and research that St. Jude does, that's now 94%. And you know how that got done? It's through donations, by people getting behind this mission that no child dies in the dawn of life.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to vote? Using your voice is more important than ever, especially in these challenging times. This message is furnished by headcount.org to help you get all the election and voting information you need, whether you're voting early or on Election Day. Headcount.org, your nonpartisan election information resource. Headcount.org.
I use my voice.
Are you concerned about your paycheck or health at work? You have the right to a safe and healthy workplace and to be paid properly. The U.S. Department of Labor wants to help. Call us at 866-487-WAGE or visit worker.gov.
And welcome back to Boomer Stadium. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs getting you set for the Boomers taking on the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles tonight here at Boomer Field. And Lawton Eisenhower, we'll talk about them. They come in with a 2-4 overall record, 1-1 in the district, coached by Eric Gibson, his second year as head coach. He's 4-12 overall. The offense that they're going to run tonight is a multiple spread offense. They're going to really run the ball down your throat. They're going to try to, but then they're also going to spread it around to some of those receivers that are burners on the outside. Will Trockty does throw the ball, but not much. He just really hands it off to Trayvon Walton most of the time. The defense they're going to run a base to a 4-2-5. And I asked Coach Gibson what he's seen from his team this far, and much improved offense that's still growing, and that's what we saw on film so far coming to the ball game.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they do have a focus on running the ball, and, you know, rightfully so. Walton's a very good back for them and is able to do a lot. But when they do go deep and they decide to throw at a guy you've got to watch, is that Corey McClellan, the junior. We saw him last year, obviously, as a sophomore. He had some big plays in that game early that kind of got him some momentum, and tonight he is going to, you know, be one of those burners that you just cannot let get behind you if you want to limit those big plays.
Their strengths this year, according to Coach Gibson, is their offensive line. We saw that on the film, and, of course, their running game. Their weaknesses, they've got to learn how to finish the game, and that's where they've kind of fallen short this year. And then offensively, their impact players are number 20, the running back, junior Trayvon Walton, and he said the entire offensive line. And then number 9, the catalyst to the offense, the junior Will Trockty. Defensively, you got Trinity Pewardy, Derek Simmons, Caden Smalls, and Micah Wise are going to be your defensive players we're going to watch as well. I asked him what he knew about Woodward this year. He said big playability, physical, tough kids, play till the last whistle, and they travel. But we're not traveling because we're home. I don't know why he told me travel. And then also I asked him the keys to the game, and this first one really going to crack you up. He said, keep the Woodward offensive line behind the chains. Not that one. I'm not talking about that one. But make them run the football. And he puts in parentheses, sounds weird from a Luchin team. Make them run the football.
Yeah, you know, Coach has been very honest about that as far as those struggles and them wanting to improve that, because that's, you know, a bread and butter for Coach Luchin in his offensive sense. Whether it's, you know, more in the power stuff or the spread, you've got to be able to run that ball. You know, we've really been wanting it to break out at some point. Maybe tonight's the night, but it's definitely from here on out, every team's going to challenge you to say, hey, we're going to make you beat us with the run instead of letting you sit back and just, you know, let Cheap throw to Cheap or Laird or whoever that may be. So.
And the Boomer offense only averages 52.5 yards a rushing game per game. So some other keys for Coach Gibson: force turnovers, keep explosive plays to a minimum on defense, open field tackling, keep penalties to a minimum. So that's kind of the keys to the ball game tonight for Lawton Eisenhower. We've got about 14 minutes and change to go before this one gets kicked off. We're going to take another break. On the other side of the break, we're going to have the starting lineups. Then we'll have another break, and we'll come back with the keys to the game and the opening kickoff as the Boomers hosting the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles here at Boomer Stadium on Z92. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
What's undeniable control in winter? It's when you can handle heavy snow, slippery ice, and freezing rain on any road. Do you have undeniable control? Can you handle winter? Make sure you can with BF Goodrich Winter TA KSI tires. From October 1st to December 15th, buy 4 BF Goodrich tires and get up to $70 in mail-in rebates. The experts at High Plains Tire know everything about BF Goodrich. Certain conditions apply. Visit your dealer or bfgoodrich.ca for details.
Donors choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
Did you know that every year, public school teachers spend nearly $500 of their own money for student supplies? Let's do the math. That comes out to over $1.2 billion a year. And that's just not right. At Donors Choose, we want students and teachers to have the tools they need for a great education. And now, more than ever, they need your help. Here's what you can do. Go to DonorsChoose.org and choose from teachers' requests that support reading, math, science, history, and more. Once a request is funded, we'll take care of shipping everything directly to the teacher. It's that easy. You'll receive thank you letters and photos from students and teachers, and a report of how every dollar was spent. Teachers' needs have never been greater. Learn more at DonorsChoose.org.
Donors choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone. Ask about your company's emotional health benefits. Visit heart.org/sharing. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
And welcome back to Boomer Stadium. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs, getting you set for tonight's matchup. Boomers hosting the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. And we're going to give you the starting lineups first for the Lawton Knight Eagles. Go ahead, partner.
Yeah, let's start on offense. Of course, the quarterback, number 9, the junior, Will Trochty. And then you go to the running back spot, Trayvon Walton there, the junior. You go to receiver spots. You start with Corey McClelland. That's a junior as well. Zaire Walden, the junior. And finally a senior, Noah Hoskins right there. And missed as well, my bad, Brian Crittenden at the receiver spot. Yeah, you know.
He just kind of up there kind of chilling with the line. Yeah.
Well, you know, usually that's that tight end spot.
Right.
But anyways, across the offensive line, we'll start with the tackles here. At left tackle, it'll be Kevin Sovo, the senior. At right tackle, it'll be C.J. Pritchard, a junior there. At the guard spots, we'll go left guard, Jayden Poway, the junior right there. And the right guard will be Cole Mason. And then finally at center, it'll be Marquay Woodward, the junior there. And that's the Lod Knight offense. As we flip over to Lod Knight defense here real quick, it'll be starting on the defensive line, that 4-2-5. Start with the ends. It'll be Trinity Peaworthy, the junior there, and number 52, Kingston Tito, a freshman, big 6'1" freshman there. At the defensive tackle spots, Darius Coppage, junior, and another freshman, Jermaine Vu, the freshman. And then finally at the linebacker spots here, you got James Clark, the senior, and Darius Gray, the junior. And along the defensive backfield, you have cornerbacks K.J. Love, the junior, and Khalil Ferguson, another junior as well there. And at the strong safety, Michael Wise, the junior. At the free safety, Derek Simmons, the senior. And finally, at the their top safety, or whatever you want to call it there, their nickel safety, Caden Smalls, a junior, and that's the Lod Knight defense.
And then starting lineups for the Woodward Boomers, homestanding Woodward Boomers. On the offense, Sam Cheap is going to be the signature caller, and number 3, the sophomore. At running back, number 30, the junior, Nash Hunter. The receivers, number 1, sophomore, Taylor Laird. Number 33, senior, Aaron Friday. And number 8, Mark Pinkard. Also number 5, Max Cheap, both seniors there. Across the line, left tackle, number 78, senior, Kenyon Lanham. Left guard, number 67, junior, Damian Chavez. Number 62, the senior, Dawson Whitewater will be the center. Right guard is going to be Landon Phillips, number 79, the senior. So Landon Phillips and Chavez have switched spots on the offensive line tonight. 57, Zane Zamarco will be your right tackle. He's a senior as well. We'll set the Boomer defense. Across the line of scrimmage is number 58, the sophomore, Hunter Harrison at defensive tackle. Nose guard 42, Ethan Matt, the sophomore. The defensive end, number 78, senior, Kenyon Lanham. And we're going to pause right here. We got the national anthem, so we'll keep it right here.
Boomer Band brings us our national anthem.
That was the national anthem performed by the Boomer Band, and we're going to continue with the starting lineups on the defensive side for the Boomers. The weak side linebacker, number 16, junior Wyatt Pope. The Mike linebacker is number 30, Nash Hunter, junior. And the starting linebacker is the star linebacker, number 17, the freshman, Hayden Hilliard, gets a start. Your corners tonight are going to be number 23, Parker Smith, the junior. And number 24, the freshman, Cole Parker. Also, the free safety, Max Cheap, the senior, number 5. And the strong safety, number 1, Taylor Laird. Nickelback is number 14, Paul Sullivan, and he is a junior. So that is your starting lineups. We're going to take one more break. We'll come back with the keys to the ball game, the opening kick, and all that good stuff. You're listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
Hi, I'm Brad Keselowski, driver number 2, Discount Tire Ford Mustang. If there's one thing I've learned after years on the track, it's that having the right amount of pressure in your tires can make or break performance. Properly inflated tires are essential to the health of your car and to keep you driving safely. Check your tire pressure once a month, especially before road trips, or stop by your neighborhood tire retailer for help.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed, support causes that matter, change lives, change communities, change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to Boomer Stadium. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs getting you set for tonight's matchup between the Boomers hosting the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles in a 5A2 matchup. But first things first, before we get to the keys to the ball game, we want to recognize our special guest tonight that were honored before the ball game.
Yeah, this is coinciding with the Warriors for Freedom Foundation. That's www.warriorsforfreedom.org. It's an organization, Brock, that we're in our third year of recognizing that and doing this military appreciation first responders night as well. Interesting story, Kyle Reynolds, obviously our superintendent, knows the president, Brett Dick, and then Amber Mulder, who's the executive director. Both of those were former students of his, and this was just one of those things that came about due to, I believe, Brett himself being a vet and, going through that. And tonight, though, they did honor 3 vets before the game, and it's all different eras, if you will, but Bill Sunderland, he is the father of our current high school principal, Ron Sunderland. He served in the U.S. Navy, was a 1950 graduate here of Woodward, and still down there and going. Saw him for pregame, so served from 1952 1955, and then a more current one, or a younger generation one, Adam Martin. He served from 2000 to 2004 in the U.S. Army, and if I didn't say it, I apologize. Bill Sunderland served in the U.S. Navy. But Martin, he still resides in Woodward County. He works in the Woodward County Sheriff Department, has a family and some kids, so good there. And then Don Jenkins served in the U.S. Army for 6 years. He's the father of the current Woodward Teacher of the Year, Lori Zimmerman, who's a very wonderful lady. We've had the chance to meet her and speak with her on certain occasions for chamber luncheon and whatnot, so very inspiring as well. So, yeah, special night here in Woodward. You've talked about the jerseys, you got the camo, and then you got the Stars and Stripes shoulders, the gold tops, gold pants. Very, very amazing jersey. And, of course, we got the red, white, and blue Boomer W here, and then the big American flag over here in the end zone. So.
And I just want to say personally, thank you to everybody that has served and sacrificed in the service, whether you're a current or a former military, and also first responders. We can't leave them out. First responders,
huge.
With this day and age, they're heroes as well. They always have been heroes, but more so this day and age with the way everything is right now. What you guys do is selfless. It is heroic, and it is courageous, and we salute every one of you, men and women. No difference in anything. You're all heroes to us. So we want to appreciate you and recognize you, and you guys don't get enough appreciation in my eyes.
Yeah, I got a buddy right now, one of my best friends from high school, that's over there in the Navy, currently stationed in California. So that hits home for me, and obviously I've had family members, I'm sure you have too, that have served and been through that. So all of us, as you mentioned, could definitely do well to remember to thank our service people and, of course, our first responders as well, that support us and guard our freedoms here.
Yeah, not to get sentimental, but hug the ones you love every night, because you never know if they're going to come home, especially if you're in the military or first responder. Don't ever take that for granted. So, anyways, let's talk about the keys to the game. First of all, for the Boomers.
Yeah, it's get that ball running, Brock. We got to get Nash Hunter going. That's a big part of this offense, and I think what's really kind of hurt Woodward more so than anything with the start they've had is not being able to run the ball. Kind of allows the defense to either pin their ears back to blitz the snot out of you, which we have seen at times, and Sam Chief has had to run for his life a little bit because of that, or it really allows the team to know they could drop back on certain downs and try to just read that pass play. And we've also seen that side of it as well. McGinnis comes to mind where they jump some routes just out of pure knowing that, hey, these guys are going to throw the ball here. So you need some more balance in that offense. And, just getting that going tonight and sending that tone early is going to be huge.
Well, that was Tyler's keys. Here's my keys. Fast start. Cannot play from behind tonight. You've got to get ahead and stay ahead. Cage the Eagles. That means stop the run. They are a running team, and if you can stop the run, you make them one-dimensional, which they're not comfortable doing passing. They will pass a little bit, but that's not their bread and butter. Do not play behind the chains. Equals limit penalties. We've had too many penalties last week and the week before. No turnovers. We can't have any. Zero. None. It's got to be perfect ball tonight. Play with some pride and energy tonight, and play for the heroes. Get them a win. That is my keys to the ball game. And anyways, and speaking of heroes, we also have heroes that are sponsors, and we need to recognize them. AAA Insurance Realty. Let me try that again. AAA Insurance, Design Realty, Bentech Insurance, Dairy Queen, Diesel Dynamics, Harper Sanitation, High Plains Technology Center, High Plains Tire, K&S Tire, and Wilson's Country Grill. Those are our sponsors for tonight. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't do it without you, and we're getting ready to start the ball game. Boomers won the toss. They deferred, so Lawton Eisenhower is going to receive. They'll receive it into the south end zone. And back deep for the Lod Knight Eagles is Zaire Walton. He stands at inside of his 10-yard line, almost to the 5. Now he backs up to the 5. Kicking off for the Boomers, Daniel Pinkert. He'll kick off from the left to your right on your radio dial. Kicking into the south end zone. The Boomers are going to be tested first on defense against the Lawton Eisenhower running game. Daniel Pinkert approaches. He puts a boot into it, and it's a little short pooch kick taken by the up man right about the 46-yard line. No, call it 47-yard line. Lawton Eisenhower, great field position at their own 47.
It looks like Woodward tried to get a bit sneaky there with that one. And, see if we can catch him off guard. It looks like Kingston Tito may have been on the recovery there, the defensive end.
So now you give them a short field, 53 yards to go before to the end zone. Will Trochty will bring the troops out to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the near side, 3 to the far side, a one-back set. That's Walton on the left shoulder of Trochty in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's going to look to pass over there on the right side. It's complete on the far right side, and making a catch. There's a penalty flag coming out. He gets nowhere on the play. Actually lost a yard. We do have a flag over there. That might be in the area of offensive holding on one of the receivers.
Yeah, that was Zaire Walton on the reception right there, and I think you're right. That might have been it was definitely a bit later to be maybe a regular offensive line holding. Definitely one of those swing passes. They're trying to get a guy in space and get him going.
So we're waiting for the official call. It is going to be holding on Lawton Eisenhower. Coach Luchin, he's going to take that penalty every day of the week.
Absolutely.
And marches him back. It's going to be about 1st and 20 we'll call it 1st and 21 for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles.
That helps with that field position that you gave up right there, obviously, with the short kick.
2 receivers come to the near side, one to the far side, one back set. That's Walton over there on the right shoulder of Trochty. From the 39, here's the handoff to Walton. He's going to take it up the middle, gets through about 3 or 4 arm tackles, and gets it all the way up to about the 48-yard line. Got a nice chunk of that yardage backward and call it 2nd down and 8.
Well, Brock, you highlight him in the pregame, but he is a stout runner. He could definitely hurt you. He's not a guy that, when he's in the pads, looks like he's really going to be able to bowl you over, but he is a tough runner, and you got to be able to bring him down, kind of similar to
Hammonds.
Yeah, Hammonds from Guthrie last week.
So 2nd down and 9 officially. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. It's got 2 backs, both on splitting Trochty in the shotgun. Now one comes out, sets up over here on the left side. Trochty gets a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Walton. He's going to go up the middle, across the 50, across the 45, has the 1st down, and he's going to get all the way to the Boomer 42-yard line. 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that was Gregory Curtis that they had that motion right there to be able to sit that edge or tight end. Defensive end is where they got him listed, but it's one of those seal blocks that's similar to what we saw from Guthrie and what we saw from McGinnis. They will take advantage of that within those systems, and that's how you get that big 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Woodward 42-yard line. Receiver to the far side, 1 to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield. Now one's going to come over here to the near side. So 2 receivers on the near side, 1 back. Shotgun snap. Will Trochty gets snaps, going to hand it off. We have motion.
I think we got a false start,
it was a false start on either Trochty or maybe Walton.
I think it was more Walton. He kind of jumped a little bit on the clap, and got too excited. Maybe he saw something he really liked over there.
So 1st and 15, marching back 5 yards. So 2 big penalties to start, 15 yards in penalties for the Eagles early in the ball game. Marks the ball all the way back inside the Boomer 45-yard line, call it to 47.
This is where, if you're the Boomer defense, you've got to trap him in that bad that bad down and distance, right? Get him behind the chains. We almost did that the last first down there, but couldn't quite do it.
And we did see Lod Knight do this last year. They had a lot of penalties. Two receivers on the far side, one to the near, one back set on the right shoulder of Trochty in the shotgun. From the 47, the Boomer 47 gets snaps, going to hand it off to Lawton. He's going to be hit at the midfield stripe, and he's going to get down right there for a 3-yard loss.
Big old Nash Hunter firing through the gap. Found Walden and took him down properly, and that's that fire we need from this defense right now. You mentioned the tone and setting that tone early and coming out with some energy, and already you can see it from Nash Hunter. Got up, just going to the sideline, big reaction, and try and get those guys going.
Call it officially a 2-yard loss. Second down and 17 from the Boomer 49. Two receivers on each side. One back set on the right shoulder of Trochty in the shotgun. He gets snap, high snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire deep down the middle of the field. He's got a wide receiver wide open. He dropped it. He dropped it at the 7-yard line. He was going to walk in for a touchdown, and he just dropped it.
Brian Crittenden. Wow. I mean, that's some we didn't see from him last year.
You're not going to get anything easier than that.
No, and he had a couple big grabs last year, and seemed very sure-handed. I'm not sure how. You mentioned it. He was over the top, dead to rights touchdown pretty much. Had he just held on to it,
and it was in stride. So maybe it was one of those things where he started running before he got the ball. I've done that several times.
Oh yeah, I mean you see the end zone, you're like, oh, free touchdown. Then all of a sudden. Didn't secure the ball.
Third down and 17 for the Eagles. Trips to the near side, one to the far side, one back set. Trochty in the shotgun, gets a snap. He's going to run over here to the left, rolling out, looking. He's going to fire across his body. It's out of bounds, incomplete. It's going to be fourth down. The Eagles are going to have to punt.
Yeah, tight coverage over there by Talon Laird, doing an excellent job. Forcing his man kind of just in a bad spot. There's Corey McClelland, who we know is definitely a big-time threat. Can't let him really get clean space, and Talon Laird made sure that didn't happen.
Eagles faced a 4th and 17 at the Boomer 49. No punters coming out here, partner. Are they going to go for this?
They are in that field position where I think it's, for them, they're probably thinking it's not the biggest risk if you don't get it. Now, of course, if you get sacked or if there's a fumble of some sort, then that's big. But we'll see here. They're kind of,
as I say that, Trochty is looking over at the sideline. He's taking a lot of time now. They're going to punt. They got 10 on the play clock. They may have to take a timeout here.
Yeah, they got to hurry. You're right. This is
it's down to 5.
Quick change.
They're still not set.
4.
And Coach
3,
Gibson.
2.
It's going to be a delayed game, but you know what?
No,
that's
probably the timeout.
Oh, they did get the timeout.
Yep.
So it's going to be timeout Lawton. With 9:29 to go in the first quarter, no score. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
Why watch the big games alone when you could stop by Long Shots Bar and Grill to catch all the action? Long Shots offers the best entertainment in Northwest Oklahoma and is open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy live music, great food, and drinks while you catch all the big games. There's always fun to be had at Long Shots Bar and Grill. Call 580-256-1467 to book your next birthday bash or big reunion, then come on down to 810 Main Street to party with Long Shots Bar and Grill.
4th down and 17 for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles at the Boomer 49. They're going to have to punt. Got the timeout just before the play clock expired, so they're down to 2 for the half. Back to receive, I believe. Is that Talon or is that Max?
That is Talon back.
That is Talon. Yes, it is. Talon Laird to receive. The punt stands about his 16-yard line. In the punt is Dollins for the Eagles. Puts a boot into it. Low short kick, takes a little bit of a roll. Laird's going to pick it up at the 20, makes a guy miss at the 25, has the corner 30, goes out of bounds about the 35-yard line, gave him the 36-yard line. So a nice little nifty return at the 37. Boomers have it 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, I like how Talon kind of played that as a shortstop for a second. Made sure he fielded the ball cleanly and then kind of had the head up and looking for his hole.
My goodness, I was watching Ethan Mack come off the field, and he was jumping up and down from the hash mark all the way to the sideline. You think he's juiced tonight?
Ethan Mack is one of those guys that loves to just get out there and play football. You know, very much like, see with Kenny Lanham, although Ethan Mack's just the quiet version of that. He's not as outspoken per se, but the emotion is definitely there.
1st and 10 for the Boomers from their own 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. Hunter over there on the left shoulder, Sam Chief in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Friday. He sits back behind, gets a snap, hand off to Nash Hunter, goes up the middle of the field, turning his legs across the 40, still going to the 45. Ball comes out. It's a fumble. Lawton Eisenhower has it over on the far side. It gets across the 25, finally down about the 20-yard line. And it's another fumble, another turnover for the Boomers, and Lawton Knight has it 1st and 10, about the 21.
Man, just got lost, in the pile, and I applaud Nash for keeping the feet moving like it was. That was the Nash owner you want to see. I'm not sure how that ball got poked out, but it was Cade Smalls on the recovery for Lod Knight, and he just about, Brock, returned all the way. As you mentioned, that's just a tough break there for the
17th turnover for the Boomers this year. They are 17-5 in turnover ratio. It's a big reason we're 0-5, unfortunately. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. That's Lawton over there on the left shoulder. Actually, Will Trochty is in the shotgun. So 1st and 10 from the Boomer, 21 for the Eagles. Trochty gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Lawton. He's going to cut over, tried to cut up the middle, but he's going nowhere for a no gain right there. Johnny on the spot, a couple Boomers had him.
Yeah, Nash Hunter led the charge, trying to make up for that fumble, obviously. And if he could set that type of tone, firing through the gap and be, a bit of a shadow, as I call it, to that offensive line for Lod Knight, he's going to have a good night.
2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Eagles from the Boomer 21. No score, 8:38 and counting in the first quarter. Lawton Eisenhower here taking on the Woodward Boomers. 5A2 district matchup tonight. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. A split backfield in the back, and Trochty gets a shotgun snap. He's going to fire over there on the far side. It's in. It's caught. Touchdown, Lawton Eisenhower over on the far side, and I believe that was McClellan.
Crittenton making
up
for his.
Crittenton making up for the one he dropped.
Got to round that Boomer defense again and just kind of hit the fade into the back pylon. A solid throw from Trochty, where it was one of those just placed on the money.
I didn't see who he beat over there. I think that was Cole Parker over there in the corner. I think he's on that side. I think that's who he beat in coverage. Devin Dollins coming in for the point after attempt for the Eagles. 8:21 to go. Eagles on top 6-0. Boomers now having to play behind again because of a turnover. Dollins waiting. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It is a low kick, but it is through the uprights and good. With 8:21 to go in the first quarter, Lawton Eisenhower leads 7-0. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
If you're an owner or operator that has been put in the shop due to breakdowns, let Diesel Dynamics LLC get you out of the shop and back trucking. Diesel Dynamics LLC is a high-quality truck and rig engine repair shop that offers 24-hour service. At 38757 South County Road 200 in Woodward, they take care of all your repair needs. Give Tim a call at 580-334-0485 or at the office at 580-254-2199. Go Boomers!
Hey, welcome back to Boomer Football. Lawton Eisenhower draws first blood off the turnover that the Boomers gave them on the fumble recovery. And what was that drive there, partner?
Oh, you're looking at a 2-play, 20-yard drive. Took 33 seconds off the clock there, of course, resulting with the
Crittenden.
Thank you. I'm trying to get it out. It's been one of those days. But, yeah, he made up for that incomplete or that drop. Yeah, that would have been a touchdown. Just Trochty, I admit, Brock, in the first couple throws we've seen him make.
Nice balls.
Yeah, very on the money.
Nice spiral, and Lawton Eisenhower leads 7-0. Boomers going to have to play from behind again. We'll see what they can do on their second drive of the ball game. Dollins getting ready to kick off for the Eagles. Right to left on your radio dial, the Eagles have their little sway going on their kickoffs. We've seen this on the film. This is what they do. Dollins approaches, puts a boot into it. It's a high short kick over there on the far side, taking about the 25, angling to the middle of the field, the 30, crashes into 2 Eagles, and it's going to be down about the 32-yard line. That's where Boomers will set up 1st and 10 from their own 32.
That'd be Carson Medina there, or Cameron.
Oh, yep. Carson Medina.
Carson,
right,
yeah.
right.
So I was like, hold on a second. But, yeah, he got that one on the, you mentioned the short kick, and tried to make the most of it, so not bad field position here for the Boomers.
Give him the 33, 1st and 10 for the Boomers at their own 33-yard line. Sam Cheap brings the troops out for their second drive of the ball game. See if we can get something going here, partner. You just want a little spark in this team. If you get a little spark, this team's going to start believing a little bit more. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 to the far side, 1 back set. Nash Hunter is going to be behind Sam Cheap in the pistol now. Receiver comes in motion to the right. Cheap gets a snap, sweep to the right side. It's Nash Hunter going to try and cut it up the center of the field. He does have a hole. Gibson, a man at the 40, 45, and then drug down about the 47. We got a flag on the play, and that's probably going to be a block in the back.
Oh.
Right. Cheap gets a snap, sweep to the right side. It's Nash Hunter going to try and cut it up the center of the field. He does have a hole. Gibson, a man at the 40, 45, and then drug down about the 47. We got a flag on the play, and
that Nash made was great. That's great vision to see that, cut it back, and hit that. I mean, he was free for a good extra 15 yards right there just because of that cutback. But
got the ball to the 47. Let's see what the flag is.
Probably
referees are conversing, but when you cut back sometimes like that, you're going to get blocked in the back, and it is going to be actually a personal foul on the Boomers. So I did not see that.
Yeah, and they're going spot of the foul, it looks like.
So. Spot of the foul, so it's going to be back to about the 31, so you basically just lose 2 yards.
Yeah.
So it's going to be second down, actually going to be first in 12. So we'll redo the down.
Coach Lucian's wants some clarification, looks like, on something here.
Well, I mean, they saw a personal foul, but we didn't see anything on the back side of that play.
Yeah, it must have been. I couldn't tell you, quite honestly. I mean, it was one of those where, as you mentioned, when he makes that cutback right there, everybody's kind of left on a certain side. And
he got the explanation. He's not happy with it, but it's first and 13 for the Boomers. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. And now we still have some. Talk about that leap. The Lawton guys are next door to us, and we heard them go after it.
Hold on. They said because he leaped over the defender?
Oh, no, that is totally illegal. I don't understand that. So I guess you can't leap over defenders anymore.
Okay.
That's a new rule in my book because he did it last week with no problem.
Yeah.
First and 13, Sam's back to pass. Listen, he's going to fire over here to the near side. It's incomplete off the hands, I believe, off his brother's hands, Max Cheap, and we'll do it again. Second down, 13.
That's one of the oddest things
We're going to have to check that rule.
Well, and that's what we heard the PA announcer said, so we got a quick boo from the crowd there. That's odd unless they're trying to say maybe kick the dude a little bit. I don't know, but that's something new to me, as you mentioned. I've never seen that.
It used to be illegal, but then they made it legal.
Right. Because, we've seen Nash hurdle now a couple times.
Did it Saturday.
Yep.
Second down and 13 for the Boomers. 2 receivers to the near side. Actually, second and 10. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, 1 back set. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion to the right side, sets back behind the line of scrimmage. Sam's going to take the snap, taking himself over there on the left side, gets away from a couple defenders, then crawled, broken down back, or actually taken down. If I'm trying to, I can't talk tonight either. Taken down from behind at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice patience there from Sam. See, now you've got me started, Brock. I'm blaming you.
We got a long weekend too, buddy.
But, no, good patience there by Sam to make sure he found the hole first. Let his lead blockers get out in front, got some nice yards.
Got 5 on second down. Third down and 5 for the Boomers at their own 37. 2 receivers to both sides, 1 back set. Sam gets the shotgun snap. Going to hand it off to Nash Hunter. Crashes into an Eagle and takes him with him to about the 39, maybe got a yard. And, boy, he was stood up over there on the right side. It's going to be 4th down and 5 upcoming for the Boomers. They're going to have to punt.
Yeah, it was one of those where Nash thought there was a hole, and then all of a sudden the big freshman, Jermaine View right there.
Yeah, he stood him up.
Yeah, and that's a freshman, Brock, who is 6'1", 240 pounds.
Yep. 4th down and 3 for the Boomers. Max Cheap back to punt. He'll punt to good
Caden
kick,
Smalls.
Zaire Walton and Caden Smalls, and that's a huge kick. It goes inside the 5. It's going to be down at the 1-yard line. What a kick by Max Cheap. That was amazing from the 34. Do we have another flag? We do have a flag. Good grief.
But for a second, though, as you mentioned, what a kick there from Max. That's something he's been working on. You know, we've seen it kind of all season. He's started out a little rough, but he's improved.
Oh, it's on Lod Knight. The flag's on Lod Knight, so they will have the ball inside. Actually, wait a minute. We may have the offense come back. I think it's going to be, yes. Boomer's going to get a first down out of this. Illegal substitution, so that's a 5-yard penalty. It was 4th and 3. First down for the Boomers.
Well, what a break.
We got a break.
There. Yeah, I needed that one for sure after the turnover on the first drive. And keeps the offense on the field now. You're given a second chance. Make the most of it here.
And I'm sure Max will trade that punt to come back in offense.
I don't know, man.
Punt.
You know, when you're a punter out there, you take pride when you get one of those special ones that just take the nice bounce. Not to say they would.
That was a 65-yard punt, at least, I think.
Beautiful. Got a little bit of wind behind it, obviously, too.
Yeah,
See the big
nice
old
big old
flag,
yes.
I can see it definitely blowing towards that south end zone.
1st and 10 for the Boomers at their own 44. 2 receivers each side, pistol formation. Sam Cheap gets a shotgun. He's going to roll to his left, fires. It's complete over there on the far side. That looks like that might be Aaron Friday.
Yep.
And he's going to be ushered out of bounds across the 45 to the 46. Give him 2 yards in the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Boomers.
This is a play I've noticed, in more recent weeks, Brock, that they've trying to get Friday going on that. They've hit him a couple times with it sparingly, but when he's had the opportunity, he's really made the most of it. That time, unfortunately, didn't quite have the space to work with he usually had.
2nd down and 7. Give him officially 3 yards in the play. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back set. 7-0. Lod Knight on top. Boomers have it from their own 46. Cheap gets a shotgun snap. He was trying to hand it off to Nash Hunter. He's going to get sacked by a host of Eagles back at the 40-yard line. Don't know what happened with that play, and it's another loss, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication of some sort. It looked like maybe he was faking the handoff to roll out, or as you mentioned, he was actually trying to hand it to Nash, and it just didn't get there.
And Coach Lucian is not happy. He took a timeout immediately after that play was over, and he's just got his hands on his hips, just like, what are we doing here, guys? I mean, now we're backed up 3rd down and 14. We're behind the chains again, which is one of my keys.
Yep.
You can't continue to play behind the chains if you're going to win ball games.
Well, even with Woodward being a bit more of a passing offense this year, you still don't have to keep chunking on 3rd and long. I mean, that's, just easy pickings for the defense to sit back and,
they know you got to pass.
Right, and try to drop 8 and hope that you just can't find anybody open.
So, unfortunately, it's going to be 3rd down and 14 after the timeout. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs bringing you the coverage tonight here from Boomer Stadium. Military and First Responders Appreciation Night tonight. We got a decent crowd, even though it's going to be really cold tonight. It's going to get to about 38 degrees, the low. But, yeah, we've got fall weather coming in, and we've got great weather for the entire weekend with our Farm Expo and Expo show out at Woodward County Event Center.
Yeah, that's going to be a great time. Obviously, we're going to be out there running around. You're going to be probably at some point, doing some lives here and there in terms of interviews and checking with the people. I'll be, of course, doing the sales side of that and running around checking on our vendors and taking care of them. So everybody, if you're listening out there, come see us.
That's right.
Come enjoy the events. Free admission, no charge there. Bring yourself and see what we got to offer.
3rd down and 13 upcoming for the Boomers from their own 41. Sam Chiefs back to pass. He's looking. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to fire down here. It's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It's going to be 4th and long, and now the Boomers will have to punt again.
Yeah, he tried to get over to that edge and plant his feet, did Sam, but unfortunately it looks like Trinity Peabody got to him and just knocked it down right there, got the big old paws up and just clobbered it.
And he made some plays last year against the Boomers. We were impressed with him, and he's a junior this year. Back to receive the punt is Zaire Walton and Caden Smalls. Max Cheap will punt again from his own 41. Gets a snap, puts a boot into it, almost got it blocked, but a low kick over there on the far side. It's going to take a bounce out of bounds across the 30 and rolls out of bounds about the 28-yard line. That's where the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 from their own 28.
Yeah, and Peabody right there almost got to the punt. Got that big paw out there again, made Sam have to kind of kick it at an odd angle that I don't think he really wanted to.
So Lawton Knight will have it for the 3rd time tonight on offense with a 7-0 lead, 5:29 to go first quarter. Eagles on top. They break the huddle, or the sideline huddle. Getting set up. We got one receiver to the far side. Got 2 backs in the backfield. We also have twins receivers here to the near side. Back to pass out of the shotgun is Trochty. He's under pressure. He's going to get no, he almost got sacked from the behind. We got a flag on the play. He did throw it. Did the Boomers intercept it?
No, Max Chief took a dive at it, and the ball just kind of died out before he could really get his hands under it. But Hunter Harrison with the big pressure right there.
But we're going to have a hold on Lawton Knight in the backfield as Trochty was running for his life over there on the far side of the field. And it's going to be holding on the Eagles and mark him back another probably 18 yards. It'll be 1st and 18. Actually call it 1st and 20 actually from the spot. So 1st and 20 upcoming for the Eagles. And, they haven't played clean either. So, I mean, you need to start taking advantage of these opportunities because they're playing behind the chains as well.
Right. And, that first drive, you kind of saw it where they still were able to make up the yards, but here they are deep back there.
1st and 20 from their own 11-yard line. One receiver to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Trochty in the shotgun with split backs in the backfield. Gets a snap. Back to pass. He's under pressure again. There's a screen over here on the right side. That's Lawton. He's going to take it up the middle field. Spin move over there on the far side. Gets across the 20 and the 25, and then dump truck there about the 26-yard line. A nice play. Boy, they were just a hair from getting him on the sack, but a good play call by Coach Gibson.
And that is very brave by Coach Gibson to call a screen play right there at your own 11, backed up as far as they were, because there's so many things that could go wrong.
Eisenhower going quick, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side, Trochty in the shotgun. Looked like they had a movement. They did, and yes, it was going to be number 1. I saw him clear as day. Or 7, yeah. Yep. McClellan way too early. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Back him up. It'll be 2nd down and 19.
It's just a game of getting and then back themselves up here. I mean,
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
No joke. Got to take advantage of it. Got to get a stop here on 2nd down. You cannot allow, a couple times now, unfortunately, we've seen where it's been 1st and long for Lod Knight, and they found a way to gain back most, if not all, that yard.
2nd down and 19 for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line. Receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side, split backs in the backfield. Trochty in the shotgun once again. Hard count there for the Eagle quarterback. Another hard count. Really trying to get the Boomers to jump offside.
Oh, play clock was not
play
even
clock
started.
Wasn't even started. You're right. Here's a snap. He's going to hand it off to Lawton. It's on the ball's on the ground. Who's got it? It's over there on the far side. It goes out of bounds, I believe.
I think Lawton just kicked it straight up.
I think he did kick it out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 20 yards for the Eagles.
Can't blame Lawton. That's a smart play by him to be able to say, all right, I've mishandled the handoff there, so I'm just going to kind of boot it out of bounds.
I mean, it was going out of bounds, but don't take the risk, because 3rd down and 20, Boomers have got to get a stop here. They got them at their own 20-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Trochty in the shotgun. Walton's over there on the right shoulder. From the own 20-yard line, back to pass is Trochty. He's looking. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's sacked, and he's going to go down. It's going to be 4th down. Boomers hold.
Big old Kenyon Lanham right there. After Lanham had somehow got knocked down, still found a way to grab the leg there of Trochty and bring him down. Big play by the big man.
And Kenyon is fired up, and he wanted to come off the field, but the coach's like, no, stay in there for
He's like,
coverage.
Coach, give me the breather. Give me the breather. I got a sack. Give me the breather.
Dolan stands inside his own 5-yard line to punt it to Talon Laird. High snap. He gets it. Puts a boot into it, straight down the center of the field. Talon's going to take it on a couple hops at the 45. Gets off that tackle. We do have a block in the back. He has the edge 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He makes a move there, gets across the 15, but that's coming back. We do have a block in the back here around midfield, and that negates another good return for the Boomers.
Unfortunately, Paul Sullivan got a bit too excited right there, tried to seal that block immediately, and just was not in the proper position. And that led to that block in the back.
Being a special teams coordinator, you have to cringe every time you have a special teams play, because those are so easy to get. We see a block in the back or a holding every special team, especially punts and kickoffs.
Well, and especially here in the high school ranks where things are maybe a bit more slowed down compared to your college and professional ranks. So guys are just, they're still learning. They're still trying to figure things out and figuring out how to get those angles, especially for blocks, and that's kind of what you saw there with Paul Sullivan.
So the Boomers are going to have it 1st and 10, but it's going to be back in their own territory. They're going to spot the ball at the 48. Still good field position, but I'd rather have the punt return.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10 from their own 48. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back set. Looks like is that Smits over there? I think it is.
Running back.
Yes, I think it's Smits.
Still Nash.
Or is it Nash? Okay.
Yep.
Snap given to Nash up the center of the field. Has a hole. Gets across the midfield stripe. Still turning those legs. Hard turning those legs to about the 47-yard line. They'll give him a nice pickup on 1st down to bring about 2nd and 4 upcoming.
Yeah, and you could tell for Coach Luchin that the mindset tonight is on early downs. Get that run game going, because they were handing off pretty much up the gut every drive to start the drives here.
Well, you heard in the pregame, Coach Eric Gibson is like, we want them to run, and that's kind of weird saying from a Coach Luchin team. 2nd down and 5 officially. 2 receivers the far side, 2 to the near. Sam Chief in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Going to hand it off to Nash Hunter up the center of the field. Big boy going around the 45. Gets to almost the 40. And he's going to be gang tackled there. They gave him actually the 41. And that's enough for the 1st down for the Boomers.
He tried to hurdle 2 people there at the same time. A little bit too ambitious for Nash, but I appreciate the effort. Great run by the big man. Again, there, Brock, really kind of being patient and letting his blockers open up that hole for him and created that good first down.
Just a big gap there in the center of the offensive line. 2:33 to go first quarter. Lod Knight leads 7-0. Boomers are driving, though, at the Lawton Knight 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter flanks Sam Cheap in the shotgun on the left shoulder. Receiver comes in motion to the right. Sets back behind the line of scrimmage. There's a shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his right. Passes over here on the right side. It's complete to Aaron Friday. Trying to make one Eagle miss, and he's not going to get him out of his grasp, but he's going to get to about the 34-yard line. Nice 6-yard pickup on first down.
Got that beautiful jersey stretch a bit. That kind of makes me cry a little bit. Shed a tear. But no, great job by Aaron Friday there. Good job by Sam Cheap on the rollout. Despite having a couple Eagles in his face, made sure he made that throw, had an open Friday, and reaps the benefits of getting a good 6 yards on early downs, which we talked about. You want to be ahead of the change.
2nd down and 4 for the Boomers from the Eagles' 34-yard line. Break the huddle. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter over there on the left shoulder now. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Nash Hunter. Goes up the middle of the field. Gets across the 30 and dump truck down at the 29. He has enough for the first down. First down, Boomers.
And there you go again. Just another. It looks like we're really trying to utilize some pull and trap motion right now here with our guards, and it's opened up big holes. And with that 4-2-5 that Ike plays, it really does create scenarios, Brock, where you kind of scheme it up and attack certain gaps. And it looks like the focus for the Boomers here tonight is, usually it's on the shoulders of our center, but this time tonight it's more on the shoulders of our guards here.
1st and 10 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 29-yard line. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter over there on the left shoulder. Receiver goes in motion. That's Max Cheap. He'll sit behind the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap. Give it to Nash Hunter. Tries to go around the right side. He's going to be tripped up and probably lost a yard back to the 30. Makes a 2nd and 11 for the Boomers.
Yeah, the Eagles were on that one a bit on that side. There was no seal block going on, so you can't really get the hole to work with. Nash, nowhere to go on that one, but one of the fewer negative plays now we've seen on first down here.
37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eisenhower leads 7-0. Boomers driving at the Eisenhower 29. 2nd down and not 30. It's 2nd down and 11. There we go. 2nd down 11, they break the huddle. Receiver goes to the far side, trips to the near side, 1 back set. That's Hunter over there on the left shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. From the Eisenhower 29, back to pass. Sam's got it. He's still looking. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket to the right on the run. Still going. He's going to call his own number, goes down the sideline, gets out of the 25, and then knocked out of bounds as he goes inside the 25 to maybe the 22-yard line. 7-yard pickup brings up a very manageable 3rd and 4. It's 6 seconds to go in the quarter.
And that's the maturation we're seeing from Sam Cheap a bit more, is really recognizing the space in front of him when he's able to move the pocket. And right there, cuts it upfield, gets some big yards on 2nd down, Brock. And that's, a trait that we saw Parker Pruitt have last year as a senior leader, and something that Sam started to pick up really on, going off of that.
So 3rd down and 3, call it from the Eisenhower 22-yard line. Receiver to the far side, trips to the near side. 1 back set. That's Hunter over here on the right shoulder. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. From the Eagle 22, receiver goes in motion to the left side. He gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Nash Hunter. He's hitting the backfield, but he drags a couple Eagles. He's not going to have the first down. He needed to get to the 19. He got to the 21. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and that is the end of the first quarter with Lawton Eisenhower on top, 7-0. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
Your family looks up to you, kinda like a hero. With the new Michelin X-Ice snow tires' long-lasting snow and ice performance and winter grip, you can truly be a hero for many winters to come. From October 1st through December 15th, get $70 off the purchase of 4 Michelin tires. They'll never know you don't have superpowers. When it comes to Michelin winter safety, trust the experts at High Plains Tire. Certain conditions apply. Visit your dealer or Michelin.ca for details.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Boomer Football. Light Nike leads 7-0 after 1, and Dakota Sorry, we have neglected you down there, but let's talk about that sideline in the first quarter. There's a lot of energy going on down that sideline.
Yeah, Coach Pinker was showing the guys on the iPad, some things that they have missed, and that's where what I've been paying attention to is they're actually kind of showing their players what they're doing wrong and telling them to improve what they're doing.
Well, we got a 4th down and 2 upcoming for the Boomers, and they are going to go for it. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. That's Nash Hunter over here on the left shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion to the left. Gets a snap. Sam's going to call his own number. He gets behind the big boy. Boy, he had the first down, but he got knocked back. But he's going to have it right at the 18. He needed the 19. He almost backtracked, and he gets the first down by a yard.
Yeah, made a nice little sidestep move there. As you mentioned, kind of had to backtrack for it, but it works out. Typically, that's dangerous to try to back up a bit on 4th down, but in this case, he found the right space and got just enough.
First down for the Boomers at the Eagles' 18-yard line. Just underway second quarter. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs calling it for you tonight. Boomers hosting the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles, and they have a first down from the 18. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter over here on the left shoulder. Sam Cheap in the shotgun gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Nash Hunter. Tried to go right, now cuts it back to the left, and he's going to get drugged down from behind for maybe a yard gain to the 17, but that's about it.
Lod Knight really starting to try to cheat that pull, Brock. Every time they see pull, they are hitting hard on the side it's going to, and it's starting to make it to where Nash is immediately trying to look for cutback lanes. So Boomer's going to have to maybe disguise that a bit better, or at least just be a little bit more aggressive getting to the edge and sealing that.
They give him a generous 2 yards to the 16, so call it 2nd down and 8 from the Eisenhower 16-yard line for the Boomers. They break the huddle. 2 receivers go to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Nash again over there on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun once again. From the Eagles 16-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking over here to the near side. It's going to be incomplete, and he just didn't get any air under that. Was looking for Talon Laird over here on the near side.
Yeah, and he had to throw it a bit quicker than he wanted to as well, and it didn't give Talon enough time to break the route and be able to really look back and identify that ball, of course, and on top of, like you said, just a little bit too low of a throw.
3rd down and 8 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 16, 10:38 to go before halftime. Eisenhower leads 7-0. Sam Cheap comes back in with the play. 3rd down and 8 for the Boomers. Definitely 4-down territory, if not Daniel Pinker territory. 2 receivers, actually trips to the far side, 1 to the near side. 1 back set. That's Hunter over there on the right shoulder. Sam Cheap in the shotgun gets snapped. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking to pass. He's still looking. He's looking over there still. He's under pressure. He fires it into the end zone. It's incomplete and batted down. Boy, I thought for a minute he had Talon Laird wide open in the end zone, but it is incomplete, 4th down and 8.
Laird had found a little bit of a space late right there, but Sam just kind of threw it a bit behind. And I think the conversation there, once they look back on that play, is that Sam had, I couldn't identify the receiver, but it was a bit of a delayed wheel. He looked him off before that wheel broke, so he missed an open opportunity there for an easy first down.
27-yard field goal for Daniel Pinkert from the center of the field. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It's high and long, and it is good. With 10:25 to go before halftime, Boomers dent the board. It's 7-3. Lawton Eisenhower on top. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
Fall is here, and that means open enrollment for health insurance and Medicare is just around the corner. Bentech Insurance Agency is a certified enrollment center for health insurance policies on and off the health insurance marketplace. If you are over 65, Bentech can also help you enroll in Medicare products. Annual enrollment period for Medicare is October 15th through December 7th, and open enrollment for health insurance is November 1st to December 15th. Call your hometown agents Clint White, Lindsey Custer, or Rosetta Thompson at 580-256-9918 and let them provide all of your insurance needs.
Anyways, 28-yard field goal, good by Daniel Pinkert, and the Boomers get on the board. 7-3 is the score now, 10:25 to go before halftime, and Boomers on that drive, he's tallying up. What was that drive?
Oh, we're looking at about a 10-play drive that stretched out, obviously, with the kick and everything like that, the punt. Kind of an awkward drive, but get down, you get the field goal. Time-wise, Brock, I mean, they really stretched that one out there. You're looking at a good almost 5 minutes between, obviously, the first quarter and the second quarter.
Lucian said he's okay with having long drives at this point in the season.
Gives your defense some rest. I mean, my goodness.
Daniel Pinkert to kick off from zone 40. Approaches, puts a boot into it. A short little pooch kick in no man's land. It's going to be taken by an Eagle finally at the 32, but that was interesting. that was very adventurous, but falling on it and with out of harm's way. But nice little kick again by Daniel Pinkard.
Yeah, they were really, testing what he could do as a weapon with that ball. We've seen some crazy stuff from him already this season, some of the spins and mechanics he has to be able to really trick people thinking that ball is going to do some different things. And I kind of like that right there. It's one of those where you drop it over the first line right there and see if you can maybe beat somebody to the ball. Get
a bad bounce or something like that. So 1st and 10 for the Eisenhower Eagles at their own 32. 2 receivers on the far side, split backs. Receiver comes in motion to the right side of the field. Here's a shotgun snap. Give it to Lawton over there on the left side, trying to get the corner. He's not going to get it. Nice string out by the Woodward defense for no gain.
I mean, there was just a mass of people right there in that corner. So what that tells you is that the Boomers flowed to the ball properly and just clogged it up right there. And I don't even think there's a good cutback lane for Walden either. So spectacular job.
We do have an injury over there, Lawton Eisenhower. It's actually a yard loss for the Eagles. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11 upcoming for the Eagles. And while we got time, we'll thank our sponsors here: AAA Insurance Design Realty, Bentech Insurance, Dairy Queen, Diesel Dynamics, Harper Sanitation, High Plains Technology Center, High Plains Tire, K&S Tire, and Wilson's Country Grill. And now, I said drill. Sorry, Wilson's Country Grill. And then we're also going to, kind of plug what we're going to be into this weekend. We've got Farm Expo coming up, and if that confuses you, it's basically the Farm Expo that happens in April combined with Holidays. And it's one big show. So talk a little bit more about that since you're in the sales department, bud.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you've got all sorts of vendors there, whether it's, your food vendors. We got arts and crafts building as well. And then you got your big farm equipment vendors as well. A lot of great stuff. Come see it.
The injured players off the field. 2nd down 11. There's a shotgun snap. Trochty back to pass. He's under pressure. Has a receiver wide open. Flashes at the 40. Now some Boomers are going to just halt him right there as he gets to the 39-yard line. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 3 upcoming for Lawton. We have a flag.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
Boomers let McClellan get a lot of space on that, Brock, and that just, Trochty found it.
It's good. Trochty.
Whatever. We'll get to it.
It's another flag on the Eagles, though. So good gracious, every time they get a good play, a big play, they get another penalty, and that's going to mark them all the way inside the 30-yard line back to the 29, actually the 28. So they had a big pickup there. Now it's going to be 2nd down and probably about 14, we'll call it, for the Eagles.
Yeah, just backing themselves up. That's probably frustrating for Coach Gibson, but fortunate for the Boomers because that was a big play right there on a 2nd and long situation.
Didn't see the call, so it was either a holding or a block in the back, I would assume. Now the Eagles are going to have to get somebody off. That might be illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12 guys. And Trochty's back to pass. He's going to roll over here to the right, under pressure. Fires it down the near side, and it's intercepted. Max Cheap, Johnny on the spot, went up and over the receiver, and that was a receiver on the play. It was number 12, Criddington, and he went up and over Criddington and just took it out of the air, high-pointed it. What did that look like? That looked like a basketball rebound, and Coach Williamson is smiling right now.
Yeah, and in football, there's a less likely chance you're going to get a over the back, if you will, personal foul. So great job by Max. And also shout out to Cole Parker on the coverage right there. Kind of was on Creed from the jump, and Trochty tried to throw it into a tight spot. And just, I mean, he's thrown some good balls, but that probably wasn't the wisest decision.
So the turnovers are even one apiece now. Boomers have it from their own 46-yard line, down 7-3, 9:36 before halftime. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near. 1 back set. That's Hunter over there on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Friday to the right. Sam gets the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Nash Hunter. Oh, he just puts his head down and bowls over an Eagle and takes the feathers with him across midfield to about the 47-yard line. A big pickup on 1st down.
Oh, how's it go? Move off the tracks because the train is coming? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. That's a Major League Baseball, Major League movie quote.
Yeah.
You're standing on the tracks and the train's coming through, and I can't see the other part.
Right, yeah. Well, got to keep it PJ, but my goodness.
6 yards on the 1st down carry, and about 4 of it was when he put his head down. 2nd down and 4 for the Boomers. Cross midfield to the Eisenhower 48. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Friday to the right. He gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire down the near side, trying to find Taylon Laird, and it's going to be almost intercepted out of the hands of the defender. And Taylon Laird had to play defensive back on that play, but it's going to be incomplete.
Great job by Taylon. That was Khalil Ferguson that spotted that one up and had hands on it. You mentioned Taylon immediately flips to playing defender and just knocks it out of the hands, or else that would have absolutely been a pick.
So 3rd down and 4 it's a harmless play. 3rd down and manageable 4 yards from the Eisenhower 48-yard line. 8:45 to go before halftime. Sam Cheap comes in with the play from the sideline, Coach Pinkard. Ball rest over here on the left hash, pretty much the left hash, left of the W. Red, white, and blue, really sharp-looking W tonight. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter over here on the left side. Sam gets the shotgun snap. Going to call his own number around the left side. Has the first down across the 45, and then he gets nailed about the 43, but it's going to be first down for the Boomers.
Great job by Sam right there. Micah Wise is the one that kind of finished that play on him, but Sam's a tough boy. He got right back up and, got the first down. I like that play. They had Aaron Friday kind of as a decoy speed option pitch, and he kind of faked that a little bit, did Sam, and that allowed him to get that first down.
First down for the Boomers from the Eisenhower 43-yard line, 8:32 to go before halftime. And you notice the Boomers are just methodical tonight in their drives, and they've really kind of slowed it down so their defense can have a rest, like you mentioned. First and 10 for the Boomers from the Eisenhower 43, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Sam Cheap gets a shotgun snap, gives it to Nash Hunter, hitting the backfield, but drags a couple tacklers to the 41. Made lemonade out of lemons right there. Got 2 yards when he was stopped at the original line of scrimmage.
Kingston Tito right there, another talented freshman for Lod Knight, 6'1", 235. Him and View have just been impressive on some of these plays. They are some big guys to deal with, and this is the size you want to see if you're Coach Lawton, especially when you got Piedmont and Carver coming up. It's going to teach those young linemen some good lessons.
So 2nd down and 9 actually gave him a yard. So 2nd down and 9 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 42. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Receiver comes in motion. That's Cheap, and we're going to have a false start, I believe.
Yep.
A flag on the play. The Boomers are going to get charged for 5 yards on the play, and brings it up to 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see right there. We talked about the mental mistakes, but thankfully for the Boomers, for the most part, so far, they have kept it decently clean. Obviously, more so than Lod Knight, who have definitely had some issues on that.
That play was going to be a jet sweep to Max Cheap over here on the left side, and it was blown dead before it even started. So mark the ball at the 46-yard line of Eisenhower. Lod Knight up 7-3, 7:29 before halftime. Boomers have it 2nd down and 14 from the Eagles' 46-yard line.
See what they dial up here. It's kind of an odd situation. 2nd and long. Do you go with the run? Do you try to maybe get that quick hitter pass?
Break the huddle. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set over there on the right shoulder. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. Nice block by Hunter. Now he's going to get out of. He's going to try and get out of the grabs. He does get away from some defenders. He's going to pass over there on the far side of the field, and it's incomplete. Is it intercepted off the carom? I think it is. And it's going to be Eisenhower ball, I believe, inside the 30-yard line. But they're discussing it. They're getting a lot of help from the Eisenhower sideline as well. Still discussing.
Incomplete.
Wow. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. But let's talk about Sam Cheap. He was dead to rights over here at the 45-yard line.
Oh, now we're going to have a foul on Lod Knight. Coach is not happy over there. There's a flag immediately.
That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's going to be an automatic first down, partner.
Oh, boy.
On Eric Gibson, the coach.
And I understand Coach Gibson may be frustrated, but you cannot compound the frustration like that.
We'll talk about the compound that play here. Sam Cheap, like I was saying, he was dead to rights at the 45. He got out of that somehow. Was that Peawardy? I think that had him.
Yeah, had a hand on big old Paul, and then made what was actually a pretty nice throw to Friday, who had a chance at it in a tight zone.
Yeah.
And just bounced off his hands. But how about the initial block from Nash Hunter? Absolutely pancaked a linebacker right there. Oh, my bad. Is it
on us? Oh, it's a warning. Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
So no penalty.
No personal, but sideline warning. Yeah.
So still 3rd down and 14. Coach Lawton wants a clarification on the penalty, and I think we have one more timeout before halftime. We're going to take it. 7-3. Lawton Eisenhower on top. 6:58 to go before halftime. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
K&S Tire, with locations in Woodward, Alva, Kingfisher, and Clinton, knows that with so many places to be, you can't let weather get in your way. That's why it makes sense to choose the tire with specialized tread compounds to help grip the road in wet, snow, and ice. The Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready is the best all-weather traction for Mother Nature's worst, with superior performance in even the harshest conditions. So drive into K&S Tire and check out the Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready tire. K&S Tire, 3000 Williams Avenue in Woodward.
6:58 to go before halftime. Boomers trail 7-3. Have it third down and 14 from the Eagles' 46-yard line. We were talking about that off the air. That was a sideline warning, but they threw a flag.
Yeah, that's what kind of caused that confusion, because typically, like you mentioned, it's, officials timeout and they just kind of give the
dead
warning,
ball, yeah.
And let it be known. But conversation went on over there. I'm sure Coach Gibson was still wanting some further explanation with the almost picked off pass. And the one thing about high school sports, we don't have replay to work with, so it's all based on that eye test. Yeah, we don't have replay,
because I think he might have had that. So third down and 14 for the Boomers. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near, one back set. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's going to roll over here to his left, still rolling. Now he's going to call his own number, gets across the 45, and he's going to go nowhere as he gets across the 45 to the 44. Maybe got probably got 3 yards. Fourth and 11. Boomers going to have to punt.
Yeah, just solid coverage there by Lod Knight. Just kind of sunk back and didn't really rush anybody and just said, all right, good luck trying to find a zone to get this ball into. And sure enough, Sam rolled and rolled, nothing there, and had to try to cut it up.
So Max Cheap back to punt from his own 45-yard line. He'll be punting to Zaire Walton and Caden Smalls. They stand about their 10-yard line. Gets a punt off right there. It's a low line drive kick down the left side, taken over here to the 15, to the 20, 25, knocked out of bounds as he gets to the 32-yard line. And that was Caden Smalls, I believe, on the return. And so Lawton Eisenhower will have it first and 10 from their own 31 officially.
Yeah, kind of like that punt idea from Max Cheap to try to kind of squib it into the corner, but Caden Smalls obviously being Johnny on spot, covered that well and got some yards back on it.
First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 31-yard line. They lead 7-3, 6:15 to go before halftime. Two receivers over to the far side, one to the near, one back set. That's Walton over here on the left shoulder of Will Trochty in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Walton over there on the left side, trying to get some room, and he follows his blockers. Ball's on the ground. I think the Boomers have it. They do. I believe the ball is going to the Boomers unless they called it.
They might have called it down right
down there.
Yeah. I think the side ref over here, they're discussing that immediately because we got one ref that has ball was out, and then we have another one that has he was down with the knee. And the one that's saying he was down with the knee is from that side view, so I think he's going to take that.
So it is going to be Lawton Eisenhower going to retain the possession. But, yeah, Boomers are trying to have already forced one turnover. I almost got another one there. They got the ball to the 33-yard line. So they pick up a 2 yards officially. Second down and 8 for the Eagles. 5:54 to go before halftime.
That's the fight you want to see from that Boomer defense, so because that's something that's I wouldn't say it's been lacking, but really just the aggressiveness to try to get in there and rip a ball out. That takes some heart to be able to get in there and do that.
Two receivers to each side for the Eagles. One back set. Trochty in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Almost had a early leaving for the receivers. Trochty steps up. Fires deep down the center of the field. It's caught at the 35-30, 25-20, 15, and wrestled down at the 12-yard line on the receiver that I thought left early over here, but they missed that call.
Yeah, McClellan, again, just got the one-on-one coverage deep, broke the route over the top on the big post, and Trochty just hit him with a strike.
I don't know how that he moved a count early before the snap, and they just missed it, and it's a big play for the Eagles. First down and 10 for the Boomer 12. Receiver to the far side, one to the near, split backfield, actually one in the back behind that split. Handoff over there, left side, trying to find some running room. He's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. Be second down and 10 from the 12.
Yeah, trying that kind of loaded pistol formation right there.
That was extremely loaded.
Yeah, had the big man in there.
Both barrels were loaded in that one on the pistol.
Purewordy in the back of it. It's kind of a, I don't know, maybe a pull blocker, if you will, and that was definitely a different set, but Boomers did a great job of blowing it up.
Well, if the Boomers can hold him to a field goal, it'll be huge here. Second down and 10 from the Boomer 12. Trips to the near side for the Eagles. One back set. Trochty in the shotgun once again. Gets a snap. Back to pass. He's looking for the seam. It wasn't there. Now he's under pressure. Rolls to his
got
right.
block
We got
in
a
the back.
block in the back over here. It's thrown over here to the far side or the near sideline, and taking the punishment was McClellan after he caught the ball. No gain, and insult to injury. It's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, they got Lanham was the one that was pushed down right there on the back side of it as he broke through the pocket and was trying to chase down Trochty. And then Nash Hunter Brock looking, getting into his wrestler self right there, just kind of tossing around McClellan.
And McClellan felt that one after he got up, but he just was like, who dat, who dare, kind of, he got banged up. I mean, when you get hit by Nash, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. But it is blocking the back on the
Boomers
Eagles.
declined it.
They declined it, so 3rd down and 15. They took the play. It's going to be back to the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 15 for the Eagles. From the Boomers, 17, 4:34 and counting before halftime. Big play here. You need to account for McClellan. McClellan's over there in the slot on the far side. They got trips to the far side. One back set. That's Lawton on the left shoulder of Trochty in the shotgun. Boomers show blitz. Trochty gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. Rolls to his right. Still has the ball. Throws it into the end zone. Got a man wide open. He dropped it again in the back of the end zone. And that was McClellan, I believe.
Noah Hoskins.
Or Hoskins. Just another drop. That was just right in their basket. You're not going to get any easier than that. It's 4th down. They're going to have to go for the field goal.
Yeah, Coach Gibson's shaking his head on that one. First time they had targeted Hoskins right there, and he had to tiptoe along the backside of the end zone, Brock, and I think that's what kind of maybe played in his mind a bit because he was trying to focus on making sure he was inbounds for the catch.
32-yard field goal for Dollins. Has to kick it from the right hash, has to cut it. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It is low, and it is no good. It missed it to the left, and the Boomers hold.
He just cut it a bit too much right there. You said he had to try to get some angle on that and get it in there, and he had a wind pushing behind him as well, so I wonder how much that played in fact.
Yeah, we're seeing the big old glory over there on the far side of the field, and it is blowing. It's windy up there. So, yeah, a little bit of a jet current up there. It's a hold there for the Boomers, 7-3. They get the ball at their own 20-yard line with 4:08 to go. You really would like to drive this down the field and get it into the end zone because you get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Well, especially if you could utilize that 4-minute offense they call it here. It doesn't have to be quick and in a hurry, but you just need some good, solid, consistent plays.
And the Eagles have taken the deep threats away thus far in the ball game. So 1st down and 10 for the Boomers at their own 20. 2 receivers the far side, 2 to the near. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Lod Knight shows blitz. Handoff over there on the right side. I believe that's Parker Smith now.
Yep.
So it's not Nash Hunter. He gets we'll probably get him about to the 22. 2 yards in the play, 2nd down and 8.
Had a bit of a hole to work with, but quickly got closed down there on the edge. And give credit, though, for Parker finishing that run stronger, trying to do his best Nash Hunter.
Wyatt Pope comes into the ball game, 2nd down, and they actually gave him a short 3 yards on the play. So actually to the 23, 2nd down and 7 for the Boomers from their own 23. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Smits over there on the right shoulder, still in the game. Sam Cheap gets a shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire over there on the far side. It's complete at the 25. Tries to get away from one would-be tackler, but holding on to his foot and getting what he could over there. Well, I think that was Taylor Laird.
Max Cheap.
That was Max Cheap over there. He gets it across the 25 to the 27. 4 yards in the play. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Max almost spun out of that tackle, but a good job by the Ike defender to hold on, drag him down. If not, Max probably has the 1st down there, I'd imagine, for at least an extra yard or 2.
3 minutes to go before halftime. 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 for the Boomers, a long 3 from their own 27. They break the huddle. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Nash Hunter back in the ball game over here on the left shoulder. Sam in the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion. Going to snap. There's a jet sweep over here to the left side. Gets away from one tackler. That's Max Cheap. He shimmies his way across the 30 up to the 34, and it's going to be the 35. 1st down, Boomers.
And a great cut there by Max Cheap. You know why he had that cut? Because Kenny Lanham was at the 2nd level and just shoving the Ike linebackers back, and that's the type of blocking you want to see in that run game, Brock. You need the aggressiveness. You need the viciousness. I can't say it. Trying to use big words. But you need that fire from your offensive line.
1st down and 10 for the Boomers at their own 35. 2:27 to go before halftime. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. That's Nash Hunter on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion to the right. That's Aaron Friday. Shotgun snap, back to pass is Sam. He's looking. He's going to fire deep down the near side to Max Cheap. It's caught. Oh, he lost it coming down to the ground. You got to make the catch all the way to the ground. He had it, but good defensive play there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Khalil Ferguson again. We've called his name now a couple times on some of those deep balls. Just tight coverage and made a good decision to, as Max had control of the ball coming down, just try to rip it away, and that worked because Max obviously had to kind of take that bounce off the ground. Makes it tough to be able to keep hold of that ball.
2:06 to go before halftime. 2nd down and 10 for the Boomers at their own 35-yard line. They break the huddle, trips to the far side, one to the near. A one-back set. That's Nash Hunter over here on the left shoulder now. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire short to Nash Hunter over here at the near side. Across the 40. Cuts back 45. 50. Big boy going across the 45 and drug down about the 43-yard line. First down, Boomers.
And a great job once again by the Woodward line. Getting out in front right there, giving Nash all the space in the world. Great patience by Sam to make sure he held on to it to that last count. That's a kind of a marquee of having a good screenplay is holding on to the last minute.
Actually give him the 44 and a half. Not quite to the 43. They're actually going to call it the 43. So 1st down and 10 for the Eisenhower 43-yard line. 1:45 to go before halftime. Trips to the far side, one to the near. A one-back set from the Eisenhower 43. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's back to pass again. He's looking. He pumps. He fires down the near side into double coverage. It's caught! It's somehow caught and at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Boomers!
What an adjustment by Taylor Laird to be able to spot that.
How did he get that?
Well, he read properly that the ball was just a tick underthrown to his shoulder, and boy, what an adjustment.
And double
what a catch.
coverage too, partner.
Oh,
that cover two that came over to help. And what a catch for Taylor Laird inside the 5-yard line, right at the 5. 1st and goal for the Boomers. And what time, the time, what am I trying to say? Using the clock.
Using the clock, yes. That 4-minute offense.
Thank you.
Going super fast, but making sure you really maximize your drives.
1st and goal from the 5.
Need water.
Receiver to the far side on both sides. Here's the snap to Wildcat snap to Nash Hunter. Following his blocks over there on the right side. Is he in? He's close. He's at the 2-yard line, so 2nd down and goal from the 2.
I don't think that's the Wildcat. I think that's the Bearcat, because that's
we call that the Bearcat formation, or we called it something. What do we call it?
We call it the Nash Dozer now. I don't know. I mean, whatever you really want to.
The Nash Dozer?
Yeah.
Don't even go there with the bell dozer. Don't bring that back into
play. Oh,
play.
dang. I was hoping you wouldn't pick up on that
40 seconds to go before halftime. Yeah, picked up on that. I had to deal with that a couple of years. Break the huddle. 2nd down and 1 from the 1. Receiver to the far side, one to the near. Wildcat formation. That's Nash Hunter.
Got Paul Sullivan and Parker Smith there as the
got a offset eye. He's going to, and they have movement. I think the Eagles moved, and that's going to be half the distance, I believe.
Yep, they did call on the Eagles.
So half the distance, put it at the 1.5-yard line. 2nd down and goal for the Boomers with 20 seconds to go. You still got 2 timeouts, even if this fails, for Coach Lawton.
Yeah, definitely take your cracks at it. I mean, it's just simple football at this point. When you're at the 1, give it to your biggest boy and just say, hey, get it into the end zone.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Receiver to the far side, one's in the air. Nash Hunter in the in the Wildcat, offset eye. Gets a snap directly to him. He's going to go up the middle into the end zone. Roll wagon. Nash Hunter, 1-yard touchdown, Boomers.
Paul Sullivan with a great block right there to be able to make sure Nash Hunter gets into the end zone.
9 seconds to go before halftime. The Boomers take the lead 9-7. Daniel Peeker for the point after attempt to put another point on to make it 10-7 for the Boomers. Late player substitution coming on for the Boomers. Now he's got to come out. There we go. Here's the snap. Snap back. Ball down. Kick is on the way. It's high and long, and it's good. With 9 seconds to go, a masterful drive by the Boomers. And they're up 10-7, partner. And we got a lead going to halftime, hopefully, and the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and a nice 9-play, 80-yard drive. And as you mentioned, masterful took out of the 4:08 that they had left all of 3 minutes and 59 seconds right there.
Hey, Dakota, talk to me down there at the sideline going crazy. There's a lot of energy. What are you hearing?
I mean, they're just really pumped up that they're going to have hopefully, if they don't get a touchdown here, a halftime lead going into the half.
Yeah, we've got to talk to Coach Lucien, maybe not necessarily about halftime adjustments, but maybe stopping that passing game. They're going to have to really account for McClellan. Is that what you're kind of hearing from the defensive coordinator, Derek, down there?
Yeah, I mean, he said a lot. I mean, they're showing plays on what they can improve, and they're talking on the headsets to each other, and I think that they got some things figured out.
All right, Dakota, we'll come back to you here in just a minute. And we're getting ready to kick off. Daniel Pinkert from his own 40, right to your left on your radio dial. Boomers lead it 10-7 with 9 seconds to go. I do not expect a driving kickoff here. This is going to be a squib or a pooch or something to maybe get them off guard and maybe get Daniel Pinkert in field goal position if we can recover. You never know.
That'd be best case scenario, no doubt about it.
Daniel back to kickoff. Approaches the kick. Puts a boot into it. It is a squib kick over here to the near side. It's going to be taken about the 20. He's going to try and go around the left side. He gets across out of a couple tacklers. Then he's going to be slung down behind the 15-yard line at the 14, and that's where Lawton Eisenhower will have it with 2 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, great kick coverage there by the Boomers. That was McClellan picking that one up, and we know he's dangerous in the open field. But they, pushed him back and drug him down. And now at this point, you got to imagine that Ike's probably just going to say, all right, we'll take it to the half here.
He tried to take the full field. He tried to go the opposite way and use the speed. And, boy, the Boomers, you said it, was great pursuit on the kickoff. They stayed in their lanes, and the Boomers are going to take a timeout here just to make sure they're on point and on the same page, not letting Lod Knight get a accidental touchdown. We talked about, McGinnis having that 80-yard touchdown against him accidentally with Luke Tarman. You don't want something like that to happen here.
Well, and we got the timeout left and a half anyways. You might as well use it.
You don't get to keep them.
2 seconds, you don't get to keep them, right? And I will say I blame Reggie Bush for every high school kick returner trying to cut across the grain because, I mean, you want to see some insane stuff.
That was a masterful guy.
Oh, my goodness.
And
just insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But I think he's too old. These players probably don't even remember.
Oh, you say that, but to draw a comparison for basketball, even the young kids now, they know, the Olga, they know the Jordans and all them of the world. I bet you most of these kids still know who Reggie Bush is. Probably not as much as they used to. You're right there, but I bet you there's still a few at least.
Yeah, so it's 10-7. We'll reset. 2 seconds to go before halftime. Boomers on top, 10-7. Lawton Eisenhower has it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They do have 2 receivers over here to the near side, 1 to the far side. They got split backs in the backfield. Does Coach Gibson take a shot here? We'll see.
He might with McClellan. I'd be watching.
McClellan's over here in the slot. Trochty's going to take the snap. Okay. No, he's going to just take a knee, and that's going to be the end of the half. Boomers lead 10-7 over Lawton Eisenhower. And we're going to get Coach Lucien here in just a minute. We'll keep her right here and get Dakota here in just a minute.
Yep, he's going to have to set the clock, of course.
Set the clock, yep.
Will.
So 10-7
Let's go!
At halftime. Boy, you just heard Kenyon Lanham. He is fired up. And Coach Lucien is getting ready to set his watch. We'll have the halftime interview with Coach here in just a minute. But, 10-7 is the halftime lead, partner.
I love that fire from Kenyon Lanham. We know he's an outspoken guy. On a night like this, it means so much for a lot of families out there. It's just awesome to see.
We're still waiting. There's the clock start, and we'll go down to Coach Lucien as he sets his clock, or his watch, not his clock. And we're going to have Dakota right now with Coach Lucien.
All right, Coach. Well, what are we going to try to do to slow down the passing game for the Lawton Eagles?
They haven't really hurt us with that since early on, so I think we're okay there. We just had to fix a few things in the back end. Weren't getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and I think we'll get that fixed at halftime. So I thought we've done a good job of bottling up their run game. So defense is doing a heck of a job. We just need the offense to keep rolling.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Up by 3.
Thanks, Dakota. I appreciate it. 10-7, you heard it. Woodward on top by 3 at halftime. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
Why watch the big games alone when you could stop by Longshots Bar and Grill to catch all the action? Longshots offers the best entertainment in Northwest Oklahoma and is open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy live music, great food, and drinks while you catch all the big games. There's always fun to be had at Longshots Bar and Grill. Call 580-256-1467 to book your next birthday bash or big reunion, then come on down to 810 Main Street to party with Longshots Bar and Grill.
Every year, over 1 million fires burn in America. Fortunately, firefighters are on the job, saving life and property, and you can be a part of it. 7 out of 10 firefighters and emergency responders are volunteers. There's no typical firefighter. Anyone can volunteer to serve their community. Volunteering as a first responder is really about having the heart and drive to make a difference where it's needed most. Your community needs you. Are you ready to answer the call? Learn more and find local volunteer opportunities at makemeafirefighter.org.
When a loved one, your father, your sister, your aunt, your grandparent, is facing a cancer diagnosis, you want them to have access to the most promising cancer treatments available. I'm Siniqua Martin Green, and when my mother was diagnosed with cancer, our world changed forever. I wanted to know that she was getting the best treatments available. This experience made me so passionate about spreading awareness of treatment options, including clinical trials. That's why I'm joining Stand Up to Cancer to get information to the people who need it most, those who have been diagnosed with cancer and their loved ones. Clinical trials introduce new hope for patients, providing access to cutting-edge and potentially life-saving new treatments, while patients receive the best current care or treatments available. My hope is that all people diagnosed with cancer have access to effective treatments that will make them long-term survivors, like my mom. Talk to your doctor to see if a clinical trial may be the best choice for you or a loved one. To learn more, visit standuptocancer.org/clinical trials today.
Welcome back to Boomer Football. Halftime here. Boomers on top, 10-7 on the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. Partner, how do we get there?
Yeah, started out after a drive by each team there. Obviously, the Boomers had basically one play, and then they fumble it. That set up Lod Knight for a short field into the red zone immediately at the Boomer 20, and they took it in 2 plays. At about 33 seconds there with 8:21 left in that first quarter to make it 7-0. Both teams would kind of go back and forth on drives that would get started, not quite get finished. And then finally, with 3:27 left in that first quarter, Woodward puts a score on the board with a 28-yard field goal there from Daniel Pinkert, a nice kick straight down the pipe. That made 7-3 at that point. And then you move into that second quarter, Brock, and obviously a couple, again, drives by the Boomers where they get going, they put it together, and then just couldn't quite finish it. But finally, obviously, the big drive to end the half here took up a good 3 minutes, 59 seconds with 9 plays, 80 yards, and capped off by Nash Hunter with the big 1-yard touchdown. Obviously set up by Nash Hunter with the big screen, and then, of course, the amazing adjustment over there by Taylor Laird to get it down into that goal line scenario in double coverage. I mean, we can talk about that one all night, just be able to spot that and get his body around to it. And that's where we stand, 10-7.5. Not the highest scoring game, but, I think Coach is really liking what he's seeing from his defense right now, which, after a few weeks now where, you've had the Weatherfords, the McGinnises, the Guthries of the world, you feel like you maybe got beat up a bit, to come out and see some of that fire and that energy from your defense to shut down the run, which we've seen pretty well here from the Boomers, and of course limiting the big pass plays whenever they go into it.
And credit the coaching changes today on both sides of the ball. They moved Landon Phillips on the other side of the line of scrimmage on the right side, move Chavez over to the left. Dawson Whitewater is the snapper tonight.
Hunter Harrison
is just playing defense.
Yep.
You're not taking all these kids that have to play both ways. It's really, really helping. Cole Parker getting the start at freshman. He's been in some good plays. And Hayden Hilliard, it's been some good coaching changes, get some mix-ups here, and it's kind of confused a little bit, I think, Lawton Knight, but also bottle up that running game that has been stout this year too. So 10-7 here at halftime. We're going to come back, take another break. We're going to come back with some scores around the Tri-State area. You're listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
Harper Sanitation has been serving the needs of Northwest Oklahomans since 1971. That's almost 50 years. We pride ourselves on our services. We offer household, commercial, and construction waste management and leave you with a mess-free environment. Harper Sanitation is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Remember, when you need quality sanitation services from a local trusted company, choose Harper Sanitation. Come check us out online at harpersanitation.net or give us a call at 580-256-5835. You'll be glad you did.
When the forgotten poor are suffering and in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, with volunteer medical staff and crew who donate their time to save lives. Heroes of mercy, like these.
Every human being has the right to be treated as human, to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the look in that patient's eyes or the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
We bring hope and healing to one person, but that person belongs to a family, and that family belongs to a community.
Together, these heroes of mercy and friends like you bring hope and healing to those who desperately need it.
Thank you! Thank you!
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, Go to mercyships.org today.
There's a place to share the joy of your team winning it all, and a place to share a laugh about skiing and taking a fall. There's a place to share photos of pets, or singing in the choir, or the time you ate a pepper and your mouth was on fire. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone. Ask about your company's emotional health benefits. Visit heart.org/sharing. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Welcome back to Boomer Football here at halftime. Boomers on top, 10-7. There I am. Yeah, there I am. Okay. I was down. So I'm going to have the higher classes, and Tyler's going to have Class A, B, and C. I'm going to start with Class 6A. Enid, big over Edmond Memorial right now at halftime, 20-0. Plainsman looking to get their third win of the year. They're 2-3 on the year. And then 6A2, Stillwater will play Lawton tomorrow night to see if we've got a Ponca City score 2 in 6A2. See, I don't see. There it is. Ponca City trails at halftime to Bartersville 7-3. We'll look at some 5A scores in the district. Let me get these pulled up. See here. Guyman down to Guthrie at the second quarter, 44-0. The Blue Jays on top. And let's see if there's anything else going on in the district. Like you said, 10-7 here. Bishop McGinnis, Western Heights canceled. Carl Albert Piedmont will play Saturday, and that'll be a 2 o'clock start on Saturday.
Jake Miller's a man.
Yeah, that's right. Jacob, bring us some water here. And why don't you go for Class A while I get some other 4As and 3As.
Yeah, I got some interesting scores down there in Class A right now. Ringling taking it all over Hilton. 74-0 in the third quarter there, Brock.
Ranked number 1 for a reason.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Another one down there, Conoway, Wynnewood, that's 14-0.5. That's kind of an interesting one, Conoway. Probably a little bit better, you would think, than Wynnewood there. And then a big one here in our area, Moreland, needing a big win tonight, keep that rolling. They're up 34-0 over Merritt in that second quarter, so looking good there. Watonga, unfortunately, kind of taking it right now from Crescent, 29-0 at half there. And then Hooker, Burns Flat, Del City, that's a pretty good game right now in the first quarter, 13-6. Hooker up in that one, trying to come out on top for would be a big one for them. And then one that I know our good friend C.J. Montgomery would be happy about, Texoma Fairview in a tight contest. Texoma, really good team. Fairview, though, hanging in there. It's 28-14 the second quarter. Texoma does lead that one.
In 4A, it's a team that Boomers have played this year. Newcastle leads Bethany 17-7 in the second quarter. It is Cash taking it to Chickasha 17-0. Elk City and Weatherford were canceled. And Clinton and Elgin looks like they're canceled too as well. They're not playing, or unless they play tomorrow. Let's look at 3A real quick. There's a couple scores in 3A we can go over. Let's see here. McLeod and Anadarko going at it. Anadarko all over McLeod, 36-14 at half. Okay, where's the Kingfisher game there? Kingfisher leads at halftime over Perkins Tryon, 28-12. Let's go ahead and go to Class 2A, as we've got some 2A scores to tell you about. If I can find them in the area. Blackwell leads Newkirk at halftime, 22-7. Prague is on top of Crossing Christian in the second quarter, 22-21. Community Christian is getting beat by Christian Heritage at halftime, 21-0. Chisholm leads Hennessy, 14-0 at halftime. Perry is on top of Alva at halftime, 20-6. Let's see if there's anything else. Pawhuska leads Rejoice Christian, 26-7. And let's see if that is it for Class 2A. That is it for 2A. What do you got?
Yeah, over here in Class B now, a couple surprising ones. Ringwood, who we know kind of started out a bit slow, they're taking on Pond Creek Hunter tonight, and they're actually up 22-6 at halftime in that over Pond Creek Hunter. And this one kind of ties into one of our game night spotlights. Snyder and Empire. Empire up 22-6 at half over Snyder. Snyder, a top 10 team. And I say it ties in because Gary Manuel, coach over there at Sealing, he was a Snyder all-star back in the day. Put up a lot of numbers for that team. Tipton, Brock, they're trying to get back, right the ship a little bit. They're leading it's real 14-0 at half right there. And then you've got Cherokee all over O'Kane, 42-0 at half. Shattuck up over Balco Forgan, 38-6 at half. Kremlin Hillsdale, Wacoma's slugging it out right now the second quarter, 24-22 there. Kremlin Hillsdale up. And we got a final. Laverne has taken care of Sealing, 46-0. Kind of no surprise there.
Coach Manuel said.
Yeah, very, very good Laverne team, but you just learn a lot of things. And as far as Class B goes, that'll be it for us.
And we'll have Class C after this break. You're listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
Craving a classic patty? There's only one place that can satisfy your hunger with 100% beef and a price you can't beat. Get your DQ fix today. 13th and Main, the home of Woodward's very own Dairy Queen with drive-through curbside delivery or call-in orders available. Now serving breakfast too. All great ways to get your DQ fix today. Check out our Facebook page for updated specials or call 580-256-2397 to place an order. Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 and 7 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Get your DQ fix today.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit moretoadhd.com for additional information. That's moretoadhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with ADA, ACO, and CHAD.
Meet Ed, movie buff, animal lover, safe driver.
5 years of driving an ambulance teaches you a thing or two. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. When I see a car trying to rush past a turning bus, I get concerned. You see, when big vehicles turn right, they have to swing wide to make the turn. And that's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
It's our roads. It's our safety. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
And welcome back. Halftime here, 10-7. Boomers on top here at halftime. And we promised you Class C. We're going to tell you Class C real quick. Area scores in the area. Winoka all over Geary. That's actually a final 45-0. Winoka stays perfect on the year. Tyrone at halftime 43-0. Leaders on Corn Bible. Buffalo on top of Beaver 36-0. A good one on KZZW right now. The KZZW feature game of the week. Trent Caldwell's got that on 104.5. 28-22. Timberlake on top of Medford. Thought that'd be a great game. It is right now. Wesleyan Christian on top of Copan 28-0.5. And Sheridan Mutual leads Boise City 16-14 in first quarter, but I'm sure they're a little farther than that. That's probably not updated, but that's your scores in Class C. Now let's talk about the second half adjustments Coach Luchin is talking about. Also, and Derek Luchin on offense and defense. What are they telling their team with this 10-7 lead?
Offensively, starting there, you've got to take what you did on that last drive before the half and just, say, okay, what do we do well here at the point of attack? Because that's really what it was. I mean, there was a lot of key plays right there sparked by some great blocking by the Boomer line, especially that screen play that really got them a big chunk when they needed it to Nash Hunter. I mean, that was all the line getting out there, getting out to the second levels, and really pushing some guys out of the way. And, of course, we cannot talk enough about Taylor Laird making that spectacular catch. He's going to, with him last year, we kept saying, that when he starts to figure it out and really figures out his body, that it's going to be crazy once he starts going off and we're starting to see those flashes. I know his brothers really worked hard with him out there, and, of course, they're tight, and he's helped him a lot. But defensively now, you just got to keep doing what you're doing in that run game. We've seen a lot of plays strung out whenever they've tried to go outside, and they've really kind of corralled Lawton. And if you keep doing that in the second half, you can't relent. You got to make sure you keep that same energy that we saw to be able to really string out those plays.
I don't even know if Walton has 50 yards on the ground.
I
don't think he does. Going back to our running game, partner, we talked about the cutback lanes last week with Guthrie having those cutback lanes with Hammonds. You're seeing that tonight, and, give credit where credit is due. It's the offensive line at the point of contact, the line of scrimmage, but then they're also getting to the second level, which is allowing Nash or Parker to have those cutback lanes.
Well, and I think it's definitely been something that's been more coached up with Nash and Parker to really look at those cutback lanes. We've seen Nash multiple times.
Yeah.
As soon as he realizes that hole's, closing, he is looking immediately to try to find that cutback lane. And he's had a couple of spectacular runs because of it. Unfortunately, I think both of them did get called back both times he did it. But that being said, if that's something that's kind of an adjustment coaching-wise, kudos there, because, as a running back, you really always got to be trying to search for ways to get those yards. And we know Nash especially likes to run downhill and just take what's in front of him. But he's got enough agility, enough quickness to where he needs to really be searching for those lanes sometimes.
And I know Coach Lucian said they haven't hurt us in the pass game, but really they have. They've dropped 2 would-be touchdowns that were just gifts. You're not going to get a better touchdown opportunity the rest of the year. You're standing by yourself. So that's why I wanted to ask that question with Dakota is, how are you going to defend that passing game? Because it's there. They've just dropped the passes.
No, you're right. And it's been 2 times, one to kick off the ball game there. It was Creighton that dropped a big one, had beat double coverage, and then back here in the end zone, Hoskins just maybe thought he was having to tiptoe a little bit and lost focus. But you're absolutely right in the sense that that's something you got to adjust to, because if they start really trying to come out and exploit that a bit more in the second half, it's going to be some quick yards, some quick points. We saw McClellan get the big over the middle play as well. So
you mentioned Hoskins not getting that pass in the back end of the end zone. The back side of the end zone is like baseball when you're a center fielder or an outfielder, but there's no wall there. So you have to figure out. You've got to figure out where you are in the field. And I think you're right. I think he thought he was closer than he really was to that end line, and that's why he dropped the pass. And he probably took his eyes at the ball and thought he had a sure thing, just like Crittenden had down here. But yeah, that's something that the Boomers are going to have to figure it out, because if they can get McClellan and Crittenden and all them loose in the second half, it might be a little bit tough for the Boomers. But right now, the Boomers lead 10-7 with about 1:56 to go before halftime. You're listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
How can we help each other and the planet during these historic, uncertain times? Did you know that there are millions of farmers in developing nations using harmful practices that not only make it hard for them to make ends meet, but also hurt the environment? The good news is there's a solution. For more than 30 years, nonprofit Trees for the Future has planted over 180 million trees and helped tens of thousands of farmers achieve independence and stability so that they're able to weather any storm. Trees for the Future trains farmers to rethink farming and use trees to flatten the curve on environmental harm while improving their nutrition and income. Let's come together to build a better future for communities in need and the planet. Learn more at trees.org/radio. That's TREES.org/radio. This message is sponsored by Trees for the Future.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
182 over 100. And I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. And then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
A lot of people don't understand, including myself. I didn't, now I do, the impact of having a stroke.
My memory is shot.
When I woke up, I couldn't speak.
Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
It's a new life, but I'm gonna make it better. I'm coming back. Ask your doctor, check your blood pressure.
Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Boomer Football. Halftime here, 12-7. Not 12-7, 10-7. And they're going to put 3 more minutes on the board. So thank you there very much for the referee for giving me 3 more minutes to talk about what we want to talk about. First of all, we want to recognize our special guest here tonight, as it is Military and First Responders Appreciation Night. Take it away, partner.
That's honored here.
First.
Yeah, I do. 3 local vets honored here in the pregame ceremonies tonight in Woodward. Obviously, the Military Appreciation, First Responders Appreciation game tonight. And we start out with Bill Sunderland of the U.S. Navy. He was a 1950 Woodward grad. He is the father of actual high school principal right now, Ron Sutherland, out there still kicking it. And was decked out in his gear, of course, a bit, and has jacket on. Served 1952, 1955 there. And then in the U.S. Army, you get Adam Martin, served from 2000 2004, and a couple tours of Afghanistan and Iraq. And he is currently resides in the and works in the Woodward County Sheriff's Department, and has a family and a couple kids as well. So good to see, obviously, your vets come back and be able to grow here in the area. And then Don Jenkins served in the U.S. Army, served 6 years He is the father of current Woodward Public School Teacher of the Year, Lori Zimmerman, and I know Lori and family
Soon to
very
be teacher
proud.
of the state.
Right, as Mr. Reynolds would definitely say for sure. But yeah, very cool to see that. All three of them here in town tonight. Got honored pregame, obviously, and just, this whole night came about, Brock, a few years back. This is our third annual Military and First Responders Appreciation Night because of the Warriors for Freedom Foundation. Actually was founded and by a couple of our former students, I believe, Kyle Reynolds, Brett Deck, who is the president, and then Amber Mulder, who's the executive director. Both of them know Mr. Reynolds very well and are former students. And you go check it out, www.warriorsforfreedom.org. That is a great cause here, and I know one that Mr. Reynolds of the school is very proud to represent here on Military Appreciation Night.
Speaking of the State Teacher of the Year, we had her on the K101 Morning Show, and you also had her on your show on Z92. An impressive lady, and I don't want to get her name wrong. I know her name's Gina, but what's her last name?
Give me just a second, my guy.
Just an incredibly impressive lady. Came from a really, really bad background, was abused at home, and became the first in her family to go to college and graduate college. And she's really, really persevered. And if you really want an inspiring story if you think you can't get somewhere or do something, you need to listen to her. She's amazing to listen to.
Yeah, and very passionate about, what she does. And you mentioned kind of her story, and really credits, teachers, and specifically, I believe it was her drama teacher, for really, intervening and kind of sparking her to become what she became and giving her an outlet to, grow as a person and into what she is just a phenomenal woman. Gina out there is very fun to meet. Found out she's actually a resident of Logan County too.
Nice.
So I was like, hey,
hometown.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So, but no, she just, man, it's in today's times especially. She spoke on at the chamber luncheon about just how important it was to really, be a teacher during a time like this, and be there for the kids. And you never know what a kid's going through at home or what they're dealing with, and how much
teachers save kids' lives every day.
Absolutely.
That's what she kept hammering in.
Yep.
But just a remarkable lady. Let's first quickly, as we get ready for the kickoff, keys to the second half of the Boomers.
Keep doing what you're doing defensively. Keep locking down that run game. I think we mapped out well that probably the only flaw you could really have against the Boomer defense tonight is you got to watch the back end stuff when they try to go deep. That's been a little bit of an issue, but hasn't burnt you quite yet. And then offensively, keep being aggressive in the early downs, really opening those running lanes for Nash Hunter and Parker Smith.
Devin Dollins to kick off for the Eisenhower Eagles. The Boomers are going to have it for the first time in the third quarter. Max Cheap, Taylon Laird, I believe, back there. Actually, that's Taylon Laird back there to receive, I believe. And he stands at his 5-yard line. Dollins approaches the kick, puts a boot into it. We're underway in the second half. Line drive kick, taking about the 10-yard line. Laird, 15, angles back to the 20 in the middle of the field, cuts up the center field. He's going to be dumped right there at the 20 as he tried to get up the center of the field. It's good. The ball came out, but it's down.
Yeah.
The Boomers will have it first and 10 from their own 20.
And they did fool you, but that was actually Max Cheap. You were right.
It was Max. I got a quick second guess on myself. They have the same stature.
Right.
Laird's
I know
Laird's
taller,
he's a tick taller.
But you're right in the sense that they're both kind of, got that slim figure,
Max.
if you will. Max is probably happy that
at least
you
I
think
didn't call
he's
him
a bit
Max
taller.
Laird or Taylon Cheap.
Right.
They break the huddle first and 10 from their own 20. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter over there on the left shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. He gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Nash up the middle of the field. Big boy puts his head down and turns his legs, skill churning, gets to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Boomers. Big boy Nash Hunter, 10 yards.
Listen to the crowd getting behind that one. That was gorgeous right there. That's that old school downhill. I'm putting a shoulder into you, and we're going.
That is Big Ten football right there. To a T. 10
Caldwell
yards on the
sheds
play.
his tear somewhere.
And he drug 2 Eagles about 5 yards down the field.
Keep those legs moving. And like I said, I mean, when he's got, the power base to work with that he does, it's, boy, he could generate.
10-7, Boomers on top. They have it first and 10 from the Eisenhower, or their own 30-yard line, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion to the right side. Sam gets the shotgun snap. He's going to call his own number around the left side. Follows the big boy Nash Hunter, gets across the 35, and then falls forward to maybe the 36. 37-yard line. That's a nice 7-yard, 6-yard play on first down.
And this is that game plan where, you really, when you're doing this in the second half, Brock, where you're getting out and you're just downhill on people 5-6 yards at a time, it's what we see Guthrie do, it's what we see McGinnis do,
Wears you down.
do. It wears you down, establishes drives, and if you're the better conditioned team, that's going to really pay dividends once we get here in the late third, early fourth quarter.
2nd and 4 from the Boomer 36-yard line. Receivers to the near side. Shotgun snap, handoff to Nash Hunter. Big hole up the middle, across the 40, dragging a couple Eagles to the 43-yard line. Another first down for the Boomers.
I know we don't see Coach Luchen smile a lot, but I'd bet at least $10 that he's probably got a good grin on his face right now, realizing that these first few run plays have just ripped off 5, 6, 7 yards a pop right here.
He's a big teddy bear inside, but I don't think he's smiling right now. I think he's all focused.
His smile is kind of like a crooked frown, right?
Sorry, Coach Luchen, you're listening back. We have to talk to you on Wednesday.
I forgot about that. He's going to shoot me those daggers in the coach's show.
Right. First down and 10 for the Boomers at their own 43. 2 receivers the far side, trips to the near side, actually trips to both sides. One back set. Sam Chief gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Nash Hunter, has the left corner. 45, 50, still going. 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Boomers to the Eisenhower 46-yard line.
And Brock, you know what I'm noticing immediately? Space.
Yeah.
Space.
That Boomer offensive line is churning tonight.
And they're getting to the second levels. That is so huge, folks. When you're really trying to establish a dominant run game, you've got to be able to break through those second levels. That means if you are, that you're doubling people properly and you're allowing your guys to flow up to those linebackers and safeties.
Actually, give it to him at the Eisenhower 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers. 1 receiver to the far side, 3 to the near. 1 back set. That's Smits over there on the left shoulder now. Receiver goes in motion. That's Pope. Shotgun snap to Sam. Gives it off to Parker Smits. Parker is going up the center of the field. Gets to about the 41-yard line. 4 yards in the play. 2nd down and 6.
Heck, at this point, let's give Kenyon Lanham a carry and see if he gets 5.
Oh, he's juiced up right now. You think he'd be juiced up if he got 10 yards and a cloud of dust on one play?
Maybe 2 yards in a cloud of dust.
2 yards in a it's going to take
I'm not saying he's not an athlete
to get him down.
Right, yeah. I'm not saying he's not an athlete. It just, I don't know how quick that first
Consequently,
step is.
we'll have Kenyon on the show on Wednesday. So
boy,
you can back that up.
I'm just digging. I'm just digging here.
2nd down and 6 for the Boomers from the Eisenhower 41. Sam Chief gets a shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked right there at the 48.
And that one was a coverage sack. And not only that, Lod Knight sent those edge rushers, and just that pocket collapsed quick.
You're talking about that pocket did collapse quick, and it's back to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Call it about 3rd down and 14 upcoming for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 49.
Yeah, this is not one of those drives you want to stall out. You had such great momentum early on, but you got to tip the cap to Lod Knight because it's one of those bend but don't breaks.
Nash Hunter brings the play in. 14 on the play clock. Still in the huddle are the Boomers. 3rd down and 14. From the Eisenhower 49. They break the huddle, 8 seconds on the play clock. May have to take a timeout. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set, and they're going to take a timeout. They didn't have enough time. So with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Boomers have it, 3rd and 14 and a 10-7 lead. This is Boomer football on Z92.
What's undeniable control in winter? It's when you can handle heavy snow, slippery ice, and freezing rain on any road. Do you have undeniable control? Can you handle winter? Make sure you can with BF Goodrich Winter TA KSI tires. From October 1st to December 15th, buy 4 BF Goodrich tires and get up to $70 in mail-in rebates. The experts at High Plains Tire know everything about BF Goodrich. Certain conditions apply. Visit your dealer or bfgoodrich.ca for details.
3rd down and 14, 8 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Boomers have an opening drive of the 3rd quarter from the Eagles' 49-yard line. Had a good drive, but then they had the play that broke down on 2nd down and about 5, and Lawton Eisenhower brought the house and got cheap sacked back to 49.
Hey, Dakota down there, bud. This has been a long offensive huddle. Are you seeing anything, hearing anything from Coach Pinker down there? Maybe you still can't hear me.
Dakota, are you down there?
Yeah, he's lost in some
he's
boomers
lost
right
it.
now.
He's lost in some. Okay, so we'll get Dakota here in a minute. 3rd down and 14. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. That's Nash over here on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's still rolling, still looking to pass. He fires. It's complete. Aaron Friday across the 30-yard line. First down, Boomers. As he gets it to the 28-yard line, a big play. And look at the maturation for Sam Cheap on that play.
Got some good blocking, too, on the rollout, Brock. Obviously, Ike wasn't going to rush a lot of guys there because their back end has been very strong so far when we tried to challenge them over the top. But Aaron Friday right there, a good out route, about that 10, 15-yard out route. And he really found a nice soft pocket underneath the Lod Knight coverage.
First and 10 Boomers on a big third down and long pickup from the 28-yard line of the Eagles. Trips to the near side, one to the far side, one back set. Nash Hunter in the shotgun. Sam Cheap gets snaps, going to hand it off to Hunter. Big hole up the middle of the field, and he fumbled it again, picked up by Eisenhower, and he's off to the races. 35, 40, still going, 50, 45, he might go all the way. 40, 35, 30. And out of bounds as he crosses the 30 to about the 23-yard line, and Eisenhower has completely flipped the field. Another turnover, another fumble for Nash Hunter.
Boy, and just same situation as that first play where he's trying to turn the legs and it just gets poked out. It was Caden Smalls again picking that one up. And how about Sam Cheap, the quarterback, chasing down, making the touchdown saving tackle.
He would have went.
Yeah, easily would have went. And it's a worst-case scenario because you had a great drive going. You made a big third-down conversion. But now, if you're that Boomer defense, you just got to bow up here.
First down and 10 for the Eagles at the Boomer 22-yard line. Call it the 21, actually. Two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Trochty in the shotgun, split backfield. Now they're going to go out wide, and now empty backfield. Trochty stands by himself. Back to pass is Trochty. He's looking. He's going to step up in the pocket. He rolls over here to his left. Under pressure, is going to fire into the end zone. It's incomplete. He didn't have enough arm. He had a receiver open the end zone, but it's going to be second down and 10.
Yeah, it was Hoskins there that kind of broke free to the corner of the end zone, as you mentioned, but that was a very tough throw he had to try to make across his body.
Yep.
And not a throw that most high schoolers can make consistently. And that's what you saw right there. Of course, he had a bit of pressure in his face as well on the rollout.
Second down and 10 for the Eagles at the Boomer 21. Boomers were driving to make it a 10-point ball game, but another fumble recovery and a long return has set him up. Second down and 10 from the Boomer 21. Two receivers on the near side, one to the far side, split backfield. Trochty in the shotgun. Now one goes out of the backfield, splits over here to the near side. Handoff to Walton. Goes up the middle, has a hole. 15, 10, 5, dives forward for the end zone, and he's just short. Actually, they're going to give it to him. Touchdown.
No. Oh.
Well, the far side
here,
said yes.
And then.
So it's going to be first and goal at the 2. So he did not make it.
There's another case where one's calling, We've had that a couple times tonight now. So
first down and goal from the 2 for the Eagles. 6:54 to go, third quarter. Trips to the near side. One back set. Trochty in the shotgun. He hands it off to Walton up the middle. He's hit by a host of Boomers and then drives his feet into the end zone. Touchdown. Walton, 2-yard touchdown run, and Eisenhower goes back on top 13-10.
Yeah, and folks, that's why we were very happy in the first half that the Boomers were containing Walton, because you saw right there in those spurts. He has got some real energy to him when he finds some open field. And unfortunately for the Boomers, it's going to hurt him here.
So 2-yard plunge, 6:39 to go, third quarter. Dollins in for the point after attempt to make it 14-10. Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It is high and long, and it's good. With 6:39 to go, third quarter, Eisenhower back on top, 14-10. This is Boomer football on Z92.
Over the years, many restaurants and steakhouses have made the bold claim of having the best steak in town, but only one place can back it up. Wilson's Country Grill at 3004 Williams Avenue in Woodward not only has the best steak, but offers juicy Angus burgers, hand-battered chicken fries, and fresh sides that'll have you coming back for more. Call 580-216-6409 to place a takeout order, or stop by and experience the quality service and hometown hospitality at Wilson's Country Grill.
6:39 to go in the third quarter. Boomers now trail again 14-10 on the fumble recovery for the big return, and then we had a couple plays and touchdown run, 2-yard touchdown run by Trayvon Walton. What was the drive there, partner?
Yeah, officially 3 plays, 23 yards, finished off by the 2-yard TD, as you mentioned. Took 37 seconds, and can't stress enough now, that's 2 times where Ike has scored off those big fumbles.
Dakota, are you hearing anything down there in regards to ball security from the coaches?
Give him just a second.
Why are you not coming? There you go. There you are. Go ahead.
I think that one of the coaches told him that he has to get the ball down. I mean, they can't have 4 fumbles like that, or we might be losing the ball game.
Are you seeing the same thing we're seeing? He's kind of chicken winging it as he goes down to the ground. He's not cupping it to his chest. Is that what's happening?
I really think that he's trying to fight for more yards, and that's costing him as the ball just kind of gets stripped from him. So.
All right, thanks, Dakota. I appreciate it. There's a pooch kick from Dollins, and that was Medina over there on the far side going out of bounds. Oh, we'll call it about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers from their own 33. So decent starting field position. Now you just need to wipe that away and flush it. That's what's good about sports is when you have a bad play, you just flush it away and you get back out and do it again. So
yeah, that entire drive leading up to that fumble was going very
impressive.
Well. I mean, had put together some nice runs, a good passing play.
You're taking a lot of time off the clock.
Yep.
But now you got 1st and 10 from your own 33. You got to do it again. 2 receivers the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter. Receiver goes in motion. That's Max Cheap to the left side. Handoff given to Parker Schmitz, actually. He cuts it back up the center of the field. We got a flag late on the flag. Another late flag. As Schmitz got it to the 36-yard line. Let's see what the flags are. We got 2 flags. Might be offsetting. Personal foul. Face mask on the Eagles. And tack on 15 more yards to the end of the run. That's a big first down for the Boomers.
Yeah, it's kind of – I didn't really see an awkward tackle, but sometimes the hand sneaks in there, and that's probably what happened right there. So good job by Parker Schmitz. Once again, fighting hard to get some good yards, and then gets a little bit of a freebie on the end of it.
So the ball's all the way over into the Eisenhower territory at the 48, we're going to call it. So big first down play with the aiding by the penalty for the Eagles. So 1st and 10 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 48. Down 14-10, 6:26 and counting, third quarter. 2 receivers go to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That is Parker Schmitz still in the ball game. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. From the Eagle 48. Receiver comes in motion to the right side, sets back behind the line of scrimmage. There's a shotgun snap. Give it to Parker Schmitz. Up the center of the field, crosses the 45, and then gets down about the 42. Tackle from behind. A good gain on first down, 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
And just some patient running by Parker Schmitz, really letting his lead blockers get out in front of him. And we know the kick can move. We've seen him have some wheels. So to be able to kind of rein it back just a bit and make sure you give your guys some time is a good sign of maturity there.
2nd down and 4 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 42-yard line. 5:41 to go in the third quarter, 14-10, Eisenhower on top. 2 receivers stacked to the near side, 2 to the far side stacked. 1 back set, that's Smith in the shotgun is Sam Cheap. He's back to pass, he's looking, steps up in the pocket, now he's going to take off. 40, 35, has the corner, 30, 25, still going, gets out of a tackle, and he's going to be drugged down right there about the 22-yard line. First down for the Boomers.
And we talk about maturation. He saw that hole just open up and immediately just started for it. You know that's something that they've went over in film quite a bit because we saw him early in the season kind of struggling to decide, okay, do I stay in the pocket and extend the play or do I try to take that space? And he is definitely more decisive right now of just saying, hey, I'm taking the space.
Partner, that hole was so big. If me and you were quarterback, we would have got the first down. It was huge. It just opened up. Come on, give yourself credit.
I've slowed down in a few years, bro.
First down at 10, you still would have made the first down. At the 22-yard line, 2 receivers the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Receiver comes in motion to the right side. Sam Cheap gets a shotgun snap. Going to call his own number. Now cuts it back to center of the field. Nice cutback by the sophomore. Gets it across the 15, maybe right at the 15. But, boy, that play was meant to go to the left. He cut it back again, cut back lanes, and got 7 yards.
Well, and the way they're running that play now out there, they've kind of hit it a few times. It's really more of a kind of that delayed QB power. So you'll see Sam take about a half hop step or two just to see where the hole opens up. And you're right, it'll have a certain design to go there, but it's also very welcome to hit the cutbacks if possible. And he found a nice one right there.
2nd down and 3 for the Boomers from the Eisenhower 15, 4:18 to go third quarter. Boomers driving, down 4, 14-10. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Smith's over here on the right shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's back to pass. It's caught over there on the far side by, I think, Max Cheap.
Taylor Laird.
Taylor Laird. He gets up the far hash on the left hash to the about the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Boomers, but what I want to make mention of, what a block pickup by Parker Smith that gave Sam time to throw that pass.
We've seen him and Asher both make some key block pickups tonight, and that's, once again, it comes down to the coach, and if you have to take those reps in practice to be able to really master that. So good work there. And how about Taylor Laird? Nice comeback route and then a nice move to get some extra yards.
First down, a goal for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 5. It's an offset I. Nash Hunter and the Wildcat. Gets snapped. He's going to call his own number right up the center of the field. Big boy chugs across the 5, maybe give him the 4, maybe the 3. Officially going to mark him at the 4 for a 1-yard gain. Actually, they are going to give him the 4-yard line, I believe.
Yep.
So it will be the 4-yard line. Second and goal from the 4, 3:23 to go before in the third quarter.
Give me the Nash Hunter Tebow pump pass right here, please.
Receiver to the far side, one to the near side. Offset I again. Nash Hunter and the Wildcat as well. Second and goal. Nash Hunter has it. Got a flag on the play, and we're going to have a false start.
Yep, just a bit of a jump there, and now that's going to kind of take us out of the big cat formation, if you will.
That's what we called it
big
last
cat,
year.
Right?
Big
Came
cat.
to mind,
That's right. Second down and goal from the 9.
That's because last year they put Sean O'Kelly into that as well, which was just insane.
We remember seeing that in the backfield. We're like,
yeah.
Second down and goal from the 9. I was trying to figure that out. I'm glad you figured that out.
Just the epiphany of the broadcaster.
Yeah. So now they're going to stay in they're going to stay in the big cat formation.
Oh, boy.
Receiver to the far side, one to the near, second down and goal from the 9. Nash Hunter has it. He's going to take it himself around the right side, crashes through an Eagle would-be tackler, give him about the 8-yard line, maybe the 7. Pickup of 2, third and goal from the 7.
Now let's see if Sam Cheek comes back on. I'm not quite seeing him out
Interesting that they're staying with this package.
Yeah. Coach Luchin bringing over Max Cheap right now. Talk about it.
Third and goal from the 7.
Telling you, pop pass, man. Just pop pass.
Sam is not out there, so it's still going to be the big cat formation. And it will be. Third and goal from the 7. Receiver to the far side, one to the near. Offset I, big cat formation. Nash Hunter to get the direct snap. He gets a snap. He's going to call his own number around the right side. No, it's a reverse. It's Max Cheap on the reverse. He's trying to get out of the would-be tacklers. He's going to be stopped for a loss back to the 10. Lawton Eisenhower smelled that one out big time. Not
sure if he was just going for the true reverse or if we were going to see Taylor Laird kind of leak out for the back pylon. But either way, that didn't happen. Lod Knight just sniffed it out, and, we're on top of it. But you're in the easy field goal range here for at least Daniel Pinkard to be able to maybe get this one if they decide to go with that.
I don't know if Sam Cheap's coming back out.
So they're going
fourth and goal from the 10. I guess at least if you don't get it, you have him backed up big time. It's like a punt, basically. 1:28 to go third quarter. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. He gets a snap. Fourth down and goal from the 10. Rolls to his right. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Had a receiver, and he overthrew him.
Yeah, had Max Cheap there in kind of a tight zone, but I think Max could have made the play, but the ball just a bit too much mustard on Brock, and I wonder if the wind kind of carried that bit because Old Glory's still up there waving pretty strong. So
you had 2 receivers over here to that side. He had one floating in the back of the end zone. He had one on the flag route, and it was not even close to either one of them.
Yeah, it's just one of those. He's on the route a bit, trying to make the throw into a tight space, and sometimes it's going to get away from you in that sense, and I think that's just what you saw there.
1:17 to go in the third quarter. Now you got to get a stop and get the ball back. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. That's Trayvon Walton. In this shotgun is Trochty. Gets a shotgun snap from his own 10, hands it off to Walton. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for about 3 yards to the 13. Call it second down and 7 for the Eagles.
Nash Hunter corral him again right there, and that's what you got to do. I mean, we saw on the last scoring drive for Lod Knight. You give Walton any sort of space, he's bound to gallop. So good job corralling him there.
Actually gave him 2 yards to the 12. I see it 13. I'm going to call it 13. Second down and 7 for the Eagles. 2 receivers on their side, 2 to the far side, 1 back set. Trochty in the shotgun. Under a minute to go in the third. Trochty gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Walton again, up the center of the field. Big hole, 20, 25, he's off to the races, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's going to be drugged down and tackled from behind as he gets it into Boomer territory to the 38-yard line. Big play, and totally flipped the field to the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's the danger he presents. Max Cheap, though, making sure he makes the touchdown saving tackle. Tried to go for a bit of a strip, too, on the end of it. But a strong carry there from Walton.
Eisenhower going quick with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. They're going to have 3 receivers to the far side. Actually, nope, they're going to have 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Trockty in the shotgun again. First down and 10 for the Eagles from the Boomer 37. Handoff again up the middle, and he's going to be stopped at the point of contact. Gets about a yard to the 35-yard line. Actually give him 2, so bring up 2nd and 8. And that's going to probably be the last play of the third quarter with Eisenhower on top, 14-10 on the Boomers. As we're going to flip the sides of the field.
Caden Small's got that kind of breath carry there for Walton.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter. Not what we want, but we got one more quarter to go. 14-10, Lawton Eisenhower on top. This is Boomer football on Z92.
Don't wait until your first claim to find out about your insurance coverage. Stop by your local AAA insurance office located at 1915 Oklahoma Avenue across from Sonic. Let Gary Wise and Kelly Sampson review your auto, home, and life insurance coverages. With your AAA membership, you receive the traditional roadside services as well as discounts on auto and homeowners insurance. Like the Boomers, be a winner. Switch to AAA insurance and save.
You've worked hard all your life. Retirement worries shouldn't get in the way, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. But many Americans are finding that retiring on a fixed income is hard. BenefitsCheckup.org is a free website from the National Council on Aging. With just a few clicks, you can see if you qualify for thousands of dollars to pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. BenefitsCheckup.org. You've earned this. This message is supported by the Administration for Community Living.
Welcome back to Boomer football. Quickly down to Dakota and the quarter break there. Defensively, coaches, what are they saying to this team right now? And where are you at, Dakota? Okay, we'll get Dakota later. Well, we're back to action. Start of the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 8 for the Eagles from the Boomer 35. Trockty gets a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Walton up the center of the field. He falls forward to about the 32-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles.
Kenyon Lanham getting the big paws on him there, very quickly broke away from that edge and just made sure that Walton didn't springboard that for a first down.
The ball sits at the 33-yard line. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Eagles with a 4-point lead and the clock running, 11:30 to go in the ball game. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. I believe that's Walton again. Trockty in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's back to pass this time, looking over there to the far side. He's going to fire over to the far side, really high and incomplete, way out of bounds. Thought his receiver is about 8 foot tall, and it's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Eagles.
Yeah, definitely tried to. I just got too much on that one, trying to go for his man, Zaire Walden over there, who was kind of guarded decently close by Laird. So I've been interested if it was on target here, but now. Big 4th down, Brock. Boomers got to make a stand.
Yes, 4th down and 6 for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles from the Boomer 33-yard line. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. Trockty in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's going to roll over here to the right, looking to pass, still looking. Under pressure. He's going to get sacked, and it's big! Hunter Harrison on the backside, and it's turnover on downs. Boomers have the ball.
Hunter Harrison with some huge pursuit right there. On the backside, did a great job to follow that through, and boy, he's loving that sack. Look at his teammates over there giving him some big hugs.
And you got, as Trockty, you've got to go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, because you have to expect backside pressure. And Hunter Harrison, he was saying, I got to get there, I got to get there, I got to get there, and he finally did. And the Boomers take over from their own 42.
Well, and having that sixth sense as a quarterback is, it's something that's a skill that's developed over time, and even for your high school seniors.
Yeah.
It can be tough to have, so great job, though, by Hunter Harrison.
1st and 10 for the Boomers at their own 38. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. That's Hunter now. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Friday. Sam gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Nash Hunter. He's going to be down for maybe a 2-yard gain to the 40. 2nd down and 8 for the Boomers.
Yeah, I kind of loaded up there. They know that the Boomers tonight are pretty much committed to hand it off on 1st down no matter what, pretty much, just trying to set that tone.
Yeah, not many shots down the field tonight. We've had a few, but not many.
Well, and we've seen why, because this Ike secondary is really strong over the top. You've seen the cover 2 come into play, and some of those where they've, had near picks. I mean, you can't tempt it too much.
2nd down and 8 for the Boomers from their own 40-yard line. Trips to the far side, 2 to the near. Sam Cheap back in the shotgun by himself, empty set. Receiver comes in motion to the right, actually to the left. He's going to fake it to his brother. He's going to take it up the center of the field, across to about the 46-yard line. They might have gave him the 45. I think they did. It's going to be 3rd down and a short 4 for the Boomers.
Jermaine View right there, the freshman. Boy, if he didn't get on Sam Cheap right there, Brock, that's probably a 1st down. Pretty easy, but I can't fault Sam for falling to the 6'1", 240-pound frame of the young freshman.
No, not at all. 3rd down and 4 for the Boomers from their own 45-yard line. 9:56 to go in the ball game. They break the huddle. 2 receivers at the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter over here on the left shoulder of Sam Cheap in the shotgun from their own 45. He takes a snap. He's going to call his own number. Follows the big boy. Nash Hunter has the 1st down. Gets to midfield. 1st down, Boomers.
Yeah, really ducked his shoulder right there. Took some punishment at the end of that run. Pops back up quickly, though. Happy with that 1st down.
And who did he follow?
Yep, the big boy Nash. I mean, that's just, him and Kenyon out there. That is a dangerous combo trying to seal an edge.
So 1st down and 10 for the Boomers at midfield. Boomers have had some really good drives into Eisenhower territory. Just turnovers have killed them again tonight.
Some very untimely just backstabber turnovers.
2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Pope to the right side. Snap. And he's going to roll to his right. It's Cheap. He's going to fire over there. It's it's caught! Over there on the right side, a nice sliding grab. And that was by Max Cheap. I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if I was right.
He made a nice diving effort, as you mentioned, to really get under there and scoop that up and make sure they got to the body. That's a tough adjustment because it was just a tad underthrown by Sam Cheap, but that's that's what you hope the senior does right there, Max, being able to corral that.
9 yards on the play, 2nd down and 1 from the Eisenhower 41. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. That's Friday. He gets a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to big Nash Hunter. Gets across the 40 to the 35. Falls forward to the 34. And he's got another 1st down for the Boomers.
Smash mouth football at its finest right there. Just give it to you, big boy, downhill.
Smash Hunter.
Smash
Nash Hunter.
Don't get us started. We're going to be tongue-tied on that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're having a good time up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe it was
1st and 10. Go ahead.
Maybe it was a monster mash.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No. 1st and 10 from the Eisenhower 34. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion. Got a jet sweep over here to the left side. That's Max Cheap. Trying to find the corner, trying to cut back. He does, but he meets about 3 Eagles for no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Lod Knight's really stretched out that sweep now a couple times pretty well. I mean, Max had a maybe one where he really was able to cut it back well, but other than that, they just identified and get to the ball quick and kind of get off those blocks.
2nd down and 9. They gave him a generous 1 yard from the 34. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Eisenhower leads 14-10. Boomers are driving at the Eisenhower 34. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. Nash Hunter on the left shoulder, Sam Cheap in the shotgun. From the Eisenhower 34, shotgun snap, back to pass, and we've got a false start, I believe.
Might be on. Oh no, they're calling on the Boomers.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Boomers.
They're trying to pitch that one of the D linemen jumped there, and the Lod Knight defensive line was shaking his head like, "No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it."
Once again, 2nd and 9 becomes 2nd and 14.
Yeah, put yourself behind the chains. I mean, you can't have it.
So, I don't know how many penalties we've had. We've had several.
Need to start the penalty track.
We need to start that, but I don't think Coach Lucian would like
that
either.
No, probably not. Probably not.
So 2nd down and 14. 3 trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Same formation. Nash Hunter over here on the left shoulder, Sam Cheap in the shotgun. Now from the Eisenhower 39. Back to pass is Sam Cheap. Steps into the pocket. He's rolling to his left. Gets away from one tackler down the sideline. Dances and tiptoes to the 30-yard line. Boy, that was a nice play by the sophomore. He made lemonade out of lemons right there, and he gets a manageable 3rd down at about 6.
Yeah, and boy, big yards on 2nd and long, Brock. I mean, to be able to get that back to 3rd and 5 and make the playbook kind of open up a bit more with some options in that scenario, huge, and just another a good awareness by Sam Cheap to be able to find that open space.
Yeah, 9 yards on the pickup, 3rd and 5, like you said, partner. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter over there on the right shoulder. 3rd and 5 from the Eisenhower 30. Snap back. Looking to pass. Sam Cheap fires. It's complete over here, the near side. That's Aaron Friday, and he gets popped way out of bounds, but it's going to be a first down for the Boomers.
Yeah, that's going to take the wind out of Aaron Friday for a second. He's over there
on the track.
Yeah, but I think he'll pop back up. That one, he just got fell on a bit.
Yeah,
by
and
a couple.
It was a clean hit.
Right.
It was in bounds. It was just the momentum of the hit.
Well, and then getting to the track too.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit dangerous. So
we do have a timeout for the injury as Aaron is laying over here, and so we've got a timeout to give, and we're going to take one. This is Boomer Football on Z92.
On Election Day, millions of Americans will cast their ballots, many for the first time. It marks the beginning of a new era, an era where we proudly participate and shape the future. To check your voter registration status, find your polling place, or get election information, visit headcount.org. It's a nonpartisan resource for voters of all ages, backgrounds, and beliefs. The future is now, and the future is voting. Visit headcount.org today.
And we're back to play as we have another flag, another false start on the Boomers on 1st and 10 from the Eisenhower 21. So marching back to the 26, first down and 15. Aaron Friday still down over here, but he has popped up, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, they're just working him out a bit. I think it might have been one of those stingers, like I say, kind of just got fallen
Well, and the
upon,
indention,
so.
when the field hits the track, he hit that part of the indention, so I'm sure that did not feel good.
No.
First down and 15 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 26. 6:39 to go in the game. Boy, if the Boomers get a score, they could potentially bleed this whole clock out if they really are methodical enough.
Well, they just broke the huddle with 15, so I think that is a little bit more of the game plan to kind of drain it out.
Two receivers far side, two to the near, one back set. Sam Cheap in the shotgun, back to pass. He's going to roll to his left. He's got running room. Gets out of bounds about the 20-yard line and gets about 5-6 yards on 1st and 15. That brings up about a 2nd down and 9 upcoming. 2nd down and 8, we'll call it.
Gets back those penalty yards, which you don't always have to do, but at least you make the most of that situation there.
Gave him the 18-yard line, actually.
A bit more generous.
Yeah, a little bit more generous. So we're going to call about 2nd down and 7 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 18. 6:18 to go in the ball game. Boomers trail 14-10. Friday still being worked on over here. Took a big shot on that big first down pass play. 3 receivers go, trips to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter over here on the left shoulder. Receiver comes in motion to the left side. Sam Cheap gets a shotgun snap, hands it off to Nash Hunter over there on the right side. Big boy turns his legs over almost to the 15, not quite the 15. I think they gave him the 16. 2 yards on the play, 3rd down and 3 upcoming.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for the Boomers. The pull wasn't quite quick enough, and that's why Nash wasn't able to kind of get that space he was looking for. And I could say you could be a little bit more patient, but at the same time, if you're a lineman, you work and practice consistently. You got to open those hips and you got to get moving, especially if you know you're a team that's going to pull and trap a lot.
I said 3rd down and 3. I meant 3rd down and 5, so I was wrong. So 3rd down and 5 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 16. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Sam Cheap in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's back to pass to the right side. Nice pickup by Nash Hunter, still rolling. He's going to pass into the end zone. Has a man over there, and he dropped it. He dropped a pass in the end zone.
It was Wyatt Pope in the back of the end zone. Had to slide to it and just couldn't quite hang on to it.
4th down and 5 from the Eisenhower 16, 5:15 to go in the ball game. Boy, that was your play right there, partner.
Yeah, and Wyatt was not happy with himself after that one. Obviously, wanted to make that big catch, and man, that's tough. It was definitely one of those where you have to focus in because Sam Cheap had to throw it over a couple guys to get to the back of the end zone. I think that's maybe what was the toughest part of it.
Big 4th down conversion upcoming for the Boomers. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near, 4th down and 5 on the play clock. Sam Cheap in the shotgun gets a snap. He's going to roll to his left. Looking to pass. He's going to fire over here to the far near side. It's incomplete, out of bounds. No interference. It's going to be a hold on downs. Lawton Eisenhower will take over from their own 16. Still up 14-10.
Yeah, the Boomers were wanting maybe a flag there, but just, it was a ball that was flying out of bounds anyways.
Either.
Yeah, so
it was a
can't
bullet
really. He was firing it in there. He was going to get it into that spot. And it was Tan Laird he was looking for there in the corner, but just couldn't quite get to it now. Tough break for the Boomers. 5 minutes left.
Still got 3 timeouts, though.
Two
timeouts.
Yeah.
And Aaron Friday did walk on his own power. He's over here sitting on the bench, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
As Lawton Eisenhower has it 1st and 10 from their own 17. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. That's Walton. Trockty in the shotgun. They're going to try and bleed the clock now, too. He gets a shotgun snap. He fumbles it. He's in the backfield. He's going to get swarmed by Boomers almost back to the 10-yard line.
Boy, and that's the break you needed right there if you're the Boomers. Let them back themselves up even more. And, you know, if you could really pin them back inside that 10 and make them puff from there, you could get yourself some good field position for
Second down and 17 from their own 10, and their punter is not that good, partner.
Yeah, he's definitely more of a spot punter where he's trying to kick it to certain spots, not necessarily boom it.
They break the huddle with 20 seconds on the play clock. Two receivers, actually two receivers to the far side. One to the near. They got a receiver over in their slot, too, on the far side. Shotgun snap. Give it to Trayvon Walton. He's going nowhere, but we got a flag on the play. That's either a face mask or a holding.
Not quite sure. That there was kind of an awkward block on the back end.
It's going to be a holding on the Eagles. They're going to be backed up farther into their own end zone.
Oh, about what, half the distance there, about the 11 or 12, so you're looking at the 5 or 6 here?
Yeah, 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be second down. Oh, they decline it. Boomers decline it, so it's going to be third down.
That makes sense.
And we're going to call it 17, maybe 18 on the play.
And unfortunately, you got an
injury over there.
Eagle, one of the linemen that I think he got rolled up a bit, and because he's kind of limping off a bit. So got up under his own power and walked off, but that definitely is not a fun feeling.
Third down and 17. We haven't called his name. It's McClellan. You got to account for him right now. I don't know if they're going to take a shot. 3rd and 17, backed up in their own end zone and maybe play defense, but you still got to account for him. You got to see where he sets up.
Yeah, if I'm the Boomers right here, I'm telling either Layered or Cheap to just line yourself up at that first down marker.
He's going to be in the slot over here on the near side. Two receivers at the near side, two to the far side. Trockty gets a shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He's going to look for McClellan. He's got him, and he goes up and gets it. He's got the great catch, and McClellan has got a first down for Lawton. I just had a feeling that they were going to go for him, and they found him.
And it was a valid attempt by Max Cheap to try to get over the top and break that up, but it was a strong play there from McClellan.
So 4 minutes and 1 second to go in the ball game, and a big first down conversion on 3rd and 17 for the Eagles at their own 10.
Well, and they played off on him just a bit because you can't. He's one of those guys you cannot press, right? Because if you try to press him, he's just going to run past you.
Yep.
And that's what created that kind of dangerous one-on-one matchup. And he hit that out route, and Max, like I said, broke on as quick as he could, but just couldn't quite fight it away.
We need a turnover right here, partner. Trips go to the far side, one to the near. One back set, that's Walton. Trockty in the shotgun. The play clock's just now at 23.
Oh, yeah,
they're going to bleed it all the way down. He's just standing there. 15 on the play clock. 10 on the play clock. 3:28 on the game clock. Now 6, 5, 4, 3. Now he's going to snap it. It's a high snap, and Walton's going to have to go back and fall on it at the 10-yard line, give him the 11-yard line. That was almost a dangerous situation for the Eagles, and they're going to have it second down and long with 3:08 and counting still on the clock.
Well, and I'm kind of confused by that call to be able to, I understand bleeding the clock, but the way they went nonchalant about it and tried to get the Boomers with a quick clap, that's just, you don't need that in this situation. You don't. You just take the snap, and you're good.
Eagles have 17 on the play clock, still in the huddle. I would assume after this play, Lawton will call one of his 2 timeouts. Trips to the far side, one to the near side, one back set. That's Walton. Trockty in the shotgun, gets the snaps, going to hand it off to Walton over there on the left side, trying to get the corner. He's going to get pursued by a couple Boomers. He gets about 3 yards, and that's it. It's going to be third down and long, and there's the timeout by Coach Lawton. I believe he's got to take his second timeout, or maybe he's going to wait.
Well,
he's talking to the official. He's
There's
still talking to him.
penalty flag out.
We got a penalty. That's why.
It would be a holding on top of it.
That's going to be a holding on top of it. So they're going to probably decline that, make it third and long.
You'd have to, right?
Because it was 2nd and 26. It's going to be about 3rd and 24, I believe.
Right.
With the decline.
Good news is Coach Lawton's probably there thinking, let me tinker on this for a second so I give my boys a breath on the defense.
Yeah. It was actually a substitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, illegal substitution. They're going to decline that. So here we go. 2:28 to go. They did not take a timeout, I believe. So they will run the clock. 25-second play clock. 2:20 and counting. They break the huddle due to the Eagles. Third down and 23. Where is McClellan? Two receivers the far side, two to the near. He's on the far side. 3rd down and 23. Trockty in the shotgun. Gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to Lawton. He's going to try and get up the center of the field. Doesn't get much. We have another penalty flag on the backside. I thought we did,
I
but
didn't
we
see
don't.
one, yeah.
So it's going to be now there's the timeout called by Coach Lucien with 2 minutes exactly in the ball game. And we're going to take our final timeout of the break, or of the fourth quarter, listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
America's schools are closing, which can be especially tough on students who struggle with poverty, hunger, and trauma. But Communities in Schools can help. Our organization puts caring adults inside schools to help vulnerable students stay in school. Now, in the face of crisis, we're working beyond school walls, delivering meals to students, helping them access remote learning, doing whatever it takes to help them succeed. To learn more, visit communitiesinschools.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Football. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go in the game. Boomers trail by 14 to 10 by 4. They do have a 4th down conversion upcoming, 4th and 21 for the Eagles. The Boomers are going to get the ball back. Taylor Laird's going to stand at his own 45. Now, we will mention the wind is not blowing like it was earlier in the game. So Dollins will be back to punt. He's going to stand inside his 5. There's the snap. He puts a boot into it. It's a kick over there down the far side. Taylor Laird's got it. Splits a couple defenders. He gets out of it. 40, 35, still on his feet, still going. It's still dragging tackles to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 30-yard line.
And that was the much-needed return right there. And the key thing, Brock, no flags.
No flags.
On this return.
No flags. When he split those two defenders,
you held your breath, yeah.
So 1st down and 10 for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 29. 1:46 to go in the ball game. Boomers trail by 4. They have 1 timeout.
Well, the good news is with such a short field here, you know, you could afford to maybe put in a run play or two and not really worry about using up too much clock.
Yeah. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Aaron Friday's out of the ball game right now. So I believe Mark Pinkert is in the ball game now. One running back in the backfield. Sam Cheap in the shotgun gets a snap. He's back to pass. Got plenty of time. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to take off on his own. No, he's going to flick it over here to the near sideline. It's complete.
Wyatt Pope.
And that is to Wyatt Pope down the sideline inside the 20-yard line. Give him the 16. That's a 1st down for the Boomers.
2 parts of that. Great job by Sam Cheap to go through his progressions, find his way out of the pocket, and then plant his feet, make sure he wasn't past the line of scrimmage. And how about Wyatt Pope just settling into a nice zone right there so Sam could get a nice little easy over the top.
And hats off to the offensive line for not committing to holding or anything on the backside. They did an amazing job with the pass protection. And once again, maturation for Sam Cheap, stepping up in the pocket and just flicking it down here on the near side. 1st and 10 for the Boomers from the Eisenhower 16. 2 receivers on the far side. 2 to the near, 1 back set. Sam's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire. It is complete at the 10-yard line. Wyatt Pope again. He slides there right at the sideline. So they 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4 from the 10.
How about Wyatt Pope doing his best Aaron Friday impressions with these little out routes right here?
Minute 20 and counting in the ball game. Boomers trail by 4, 14 to 10 to Lawton Eisenhower. They have the ball at the Eisenhower 10-yard line. 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter. Shotgun snap. That's Sam Cheap's going to try and call his own number around the left side, trying to get out of the grasp of a Lawton Eisenhower Eagle. He's not going to get it. I think that's Peawardy.
No, it was, what am I trying to say?
Jermaine Vu.
Vu, yeah, thank you. I was blanking.
The Woodward coaches wanted a horse collar or something to that effect. They're not going to get it.
Yeah.
But it's a loss back to the – where are they putting the football at?
What about a loss of 2 maybe?
Loss of 2 back to maybe the 12.
Yeah.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Boomers did take their last timeout. We don't have any timeouts left. But 3rd and 6, what a ball game. The Boomers are in this despite Lawton Eisenhower dropping 2 would-be touchdown passes. And then you talk about a touchdown-saving tackle on Lawton from Sam Cheap on the fumble recovery, or not the fumble recovery. It was the fumble recovery.
Yes. And then Max Cheap doing it on the
Lawton run. Or this could be sayonara.
It could be, but the Boomers have also failed to convert on a couple goal line chances themselves. So it's one of those games where it comes down to who takes advantage of that last chance. The Boomers have that opportunity right here, Brock, and they got to capitalize.
You got 59 seconds. You have no timeouts. None. So if you do complete something across the middle of the field, if it's not a first down, you've got to get set quick, and it would be 4th down. But we want to get conversion here. 3rd down and 6 from the Eisenhower 13. Boomers looking for the first win of the year and the first district win.
Crowd getting into it a bit now, trying to rally their Boomers here, and got the pep squad down there hyping them up a bit.
Got trips going to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. That's Hunter from the Eisenhower 13. Sam Cheap is in the shotgun. Eisenhower's going to call a timeout. And
didn't like what they saw.
They wanted to see the set.
Yeah.
To see what the Boomers will come out, and we'll keep it right here. Let's go. We haven't thanked our sponsor, but let's go down to Dakota real quick. Dakota, what are you hearing down there on the sideline for this 3rd down and 6 play? What do you think the coaches are going to run? What are you hearing?
I'm a guess. I'm not gonna put words in the coach's mouth. I think that they're probably gonna go a pass to the end zone.
Going straight to the end zone.
You think they're going to go to the end zone, or you don't think they'll just get the first down yardage?
I think that they might actually go for the first down. Try to choose some minutes off the seconds off the clock there. In case Lod Knight doesn't get the ball after we score a touchdown, kind of save it.
Well, I can tell you this, Dakota, the energy on that sideline tonight has been second to none, and they've really been engaged in the whole game, everybody on that sideline.
I know. I'm afraid I'm going to get run over.
Thanks, Dakota. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Boomers at the Eisenhower 13-yard line. 59.2 seconds to go in the ball game. Boomers trying to get their first win of the year. Crowd is hyped up. Pep Club's hyped up. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back set. That's Nash Hunter. In the shotgun is Sam Cheap. He's get the snap. He's going to roll to his right, looking to pass. He's still looking. He's going to fire it to the end zone. Has a receiver. It's caught. Touchdown Boomers. Max Cheap with a sliding crab in the far end zone. And the Boomers lead it 16-14 with 53.5 seconds to go.
Oh, man, and the energy there from Max Cheap as soon as he rolled that one in, made a tough catch, had to fight through a hand over the top on him. Corralled it, and boy, I think he jumped
and this
as high as I've ever seen him.
Just exploded to our right or to our left side with the coaches next to us. Snap, Daniel Pinkert in for the point after attempts. Snap back, Paul down, kick is on the way. It's high and long, and it's good. With 53.5 seconds to go in the ball game, the Boomers lead it 17-14 over the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. Oh my goodness! And I'm not going to say that word because I'm not a fan of his. But oh my goodness! What a ball game tonight.
Man, and how about the fight here from the Boomers?
Yeah.
Just knowing that, you've had some mistakes, you've had some things that cost you. Obviously, you mentioned the fumbles have pretty much led to all the Lod Knight points. That being said, to just, rein in the focus, especially for Sam Cheap right there, to be able to plant his feet, deliver a catchable ball to his brother, and then Max, of course, fighting through over the top, getting that, sliding into it. That's something that you can't teach. That's just the heart of being able to dive into that ball.
What was that drive, partner?
Oh, we're looking at officially 4-play, 30-yard drive. I had 1 play off there. You see me mark it.
Daniel Pinkert getting ready. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. 4-play, 30-yard drive. Officially took, about looking at 52 seconds off the clock there. So, and that still leaves, obviously, Lod Knight with a bit of time here. They've also got 2 timeouts.
Yes, they do. Now what do you do? Daniel Pinkert kicking off. Caden Smalls is dangerous. Zaire Walton is very dangerous. What are you going to do here?
Well, and that's why they pooched it the entire time. So I'd say you kind of take your chances with maybe pooching it and hope they don't bust a big return.
What I got over here is the near sideline. There's a big gap over here on the near sideline. See if Daniel sees that. He does. He went exactly where I thought he was going to go, but he kicked it out of bounds. But he had the exact. It's like we're on ESP. He knew exactly what I saw this big gap.
Yeah.
But they're going to get the ball at the 35 to start this drive due to the Eisenhower Eagles. Now, they're forced to pass the ball. We know they can pass the ball. They've got McClellan. They've got Zaire Walton. They've got Noah Hoskins. They've got Crittenden. Defensive backfield is going to have to really stay home here and not let anybody get behind you.
Well, and that's the key. You said don't get behind. You've got to tell your safeties here to really back it up. And,
they're going to make him re-kick.
Oh, really?
Yep, they're going to make him re-kick the ball. So they declined the penalty. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you've got to instill it to your guys, hey, as soon as, the dude's 5 yards in front of you, you cannot wait until they're with you to really turn your hips. You've got to start, getting those hips moving and go stride for stride before he gets over the top of you.
And if he's going to get past you, take the penalty.
Right. Yeah.
it's
because
better
we know
than
they
the
don't
alternative.
have the strongest kicker
Exactly.
available, so forcing them to maybe hit a big field goal.
So Daniel Pinkard will kick off from his own 35 as Lod Knight took the penalty and is going to make him re-kick with 53.5 seconds to go. Daniel approaches the ball, puts a boot into it. That's a high kick down the near side. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. And trying to go to the left side is McClellan. Has that angle, and he's
there's a block in the back right here,
back
though.
here, thank
Yep.
goodness, because he had an angle. He gets across the 35, falls forward to the 36, but that's going to come back. And more importantly, that took time off the clock.
Yeah, it took a good 10 seconds off the clock, and that's big. And then the penalty on top of that. From the spot of the foul, it's going to be – they're probably going to be backed up inside the 20 by the time
Boy,
this
you
marked
saw
off.
McClellan took off, and he went to the wide side, and then he got that seal. And the reason he got the seal is he got the block in the back. So it's going to be marched back inside. We're going to probably say the 15 at least. A block in the back. The Eisenhower Eagles going to have to go about 90 yards to win the ball game with 43.6 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, just about the 14
Give it 14.
there.
So I was right. Inside the 15. Math was not my subject. I just guessed.
Hey, you're not alone, my guy. You're not alone.
Boomer crowd is on their feet. Everybody is cheering. 43.6 seconds to go. Two receivers on the far side. Two to the near. Will Trocti. I did it. I knew I was going to do it. Trocti in the shotgun. Walton is the back behind him. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire. In the slot. It's knocked down, almost intercepted, and that would have been pick 6 to the house
for Max
Cheap, but it's going to be second down and 10.
Boy, that one just kind of went through the hands on him, but great job to, we talked about how on that play for McClellan where he got the big gain, Max didn't quite step up quick enough. This time he made the adjustment, got to it before the receiver did.
And he is on McClellan. I think they have Max on him. If McClellan's in the slot, he's on the far side now.
Slot, yeah.
So two receivers on the far side, two to the near. Second and 10 for the Eisenhower Eagles at their own 14. Back to pass is Trocti. He's looking. He fires over there on the far side. Is complete and out of bounds for a short gain. Call it about 5 yards and ushered out of bounds with 34 seconds to go. It's going to be a third down and probably about 6.
Yeah, McClellan there on a little out route. I'm kind of surprised. I figured, maybe second down, that's where you go for the deep shot. Considering they kind of, they're alternating between the slot spots there. We'll have to see here. I believe McClellan's probably their speed receiver, but maybe they're, hoping Crampton gets open or something like that.
Third down and 6 for the Eagles at their own 19. Two receivers to the far, actually third and 5. McClellan over here in the slot on the near side.
Him and Max.
Back to pass is Trocti, looking. He's still looking. He's going to fire over here. It is out of the reach and incomplete. Fourth down and 5 for the Eagles and was going for McClellan.
Yeah, they tried a little nifty crossing route there, and then Cole Parker stepped up, and although that ball was a bit unintelligible.
Tough pass to make, too, off that, I guess you would call it a pick.
Kind of, yeah, a legal pick. It's not like you're pushing and shoving, but you're just trying to let the routes kind of do the magic for you.
Fourth down and 5 stamps between the Boomers and their first win of the year. 29.2 seconds to go. We've got a timeout called by Lod Knight.
Yeah, they got to discuss it. I mean, they saw the defensive sit there a bit, and similar to what they did defensively when the Boomers were on offense, they just wanted to see the sit and see what they were working with. And, boy, here if you're, Coach Luchin talking to your defense, it's just, guys, head on a swivel, match your assignments up.
Everybody's getting a swig, a really quick swig of water, it looks
like. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Aaron Friday's sitting over here on the bench. He looks fine. I think they're just keeping up for precautionary measures. Coach Pinkard, I think, is talking to him right there, but I don't think it's anything bad. We're not going to speculate. I mean, it's an injury. We're not going to talk like that about the kid. But he did take a shot. But he did get up and walk on his own power. He's setting up though. That's a good sign. Yeah,
for sure, no doubt. And it's obviously going forward. It's a guy that you want to have.
Yeah.
He's definitely been a weapon so far.
Fourth down and 5 upcoming for the Eisenhower Eagles from the 19-yard line. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near. 29.2 seconds to go. Woodward up 17-14. Trocti in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's back to pass. He looks. He fires. Is it complete? Boomers! First down and 10. The Boomers are going to win the ball game.
Now you just got to be mistake-free, obviously, for 25 seconds. Make sure you go through the proper victory formation here.
And they are jumping up and down. This crowd is pumped. The pep club down there, the students are ready to rush the field for the first victory of the year. 25 seconds stands in the way. It's a one knee, and then we're done. And it's going to be Boomer victory number 1. and more importantly, a district victory.
That's exactly what I was about to say, bro.
Yeah, that's right. You get the full 15.
There you go.
So they're going to line up for the victory formation. First time we've seen this year. Now they're set. There we go.
Had to discuss the victory, yeah.
Sam Cheap goes into their center, takes a snap, goes back about 5 yards, takes a knee about the 25, and that is going to be the end of the ball game as Lawton Eisenhower is not going to stop the clock with one more timeout. 13 seconds to go, under 10 seconds. The coaches are high-fiving each other. They're hugging each other. 6 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Woodward Boomers defeat the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles 17-14 and get their first win of the year to go 1-5 and 1-2 in the district. We're going to keep it right here. Actually, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with Coach Lucian on the post-game interview. You're listening to Boomer Football on Z92.
Chloe, put your helmet on.
Okay, Dad.
You work hard to protect your family, but some risks are easy to miss. Mosquito bites can spread germs that cause West Nile virus or Zika virus. Cockroaches leave behind bacteria, as well as allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Stinging insects send more than 500,000 people to the emergency room every year. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org, a public service message from the National Pest Management Association and the CDC.
Olivia, from Washington. Laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that Mommy and Daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger, from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You know your body, and you know when something's off, when something doesn't feel quite right. Don't ignore symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, rashes, and fever. They could be signs of lupus. Listen to your body. Take care of yourself. We're here to help you take control of your health. Learn how at BeFierceTakeControl.org. Brought to you by the Lupus Foundation of America and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And welcome back to Boomer Football. Boomers win it 17-14 to go 1-5 in the year and 1-2 in the district. We're going to have Coach Lucian's thoughts here in just a minute after the ball game as he's going to greet his players again. But what a game, a roller coaster of a game. I called you Dakota.
Wow.
Tyler.
I know, but yeah, fighting through that adversity, obviously, for the Boomers, huge win here tonight.
And we got Dakota with Coach Lucian. Go ahead, Dakota.
All right. So what was, how did you make the decision to pass it in the end zone? Were you thinking about running it, or was it just always you're going to pass it to score that touchdown there?
No, we knew we had to throw it. We didn't have any timeouts left, and we just felt like getting in that